Greetings and salutations. I forgot to load up the chat. Welcome back to some Limbus Company. We are playing. I am speaking in a weird order of sentences right now. But how is everyone? Welcome, Tiny Desk. You're first. Just a moment. I am loading the chat so that it will be on screen. And any moment now. Anyways, it's been a little bit because I've been sick and I've had a sore throat, so which makes it kind of hard to read all of the lines in this game when I have a sore throat, to be honest. Oh yeah, I do still have like a slight sore throat. It's like almost all the way back to, but if we play a little less time, we can see the message is fantastic. But if the stream's a little shorter than normal, It would be because of the sore throat. Let's see. We have some new stuff here, but I don't know if I don't know whether or not I care about them. I'm not sure. There's a Gregor here that is intense steer, 0 range. I don't know. I looked at this a few days ago. I don't know if I care about getting him or not. It has some beer stuff, which, you know, I love the beer stuff, but I'm also less sure. There's also this. Different Faust egos? Wait. No, 2 egos and 2 IDs. So yeah. I do not know if This one is cool. We saw this one the other day. I don't know how good this one is. Might wait till someone's here who maybe knows more about these things. Yeah, for now. Oh, I did some farming of stuff. I'll admit I didn't do as much as I planned since the last stream because I've been sick, to be honest. And you know, the sort of sick where I don't really feel like moving or thinking very much. I mean, I'm no longer feeling that way, but yeah, it wasn't good. Let's go level at 35. Let's level up more of these characters really quick. Ooh. Sure, there. Let's level here up a bit. Fantastic. Well, could be better, but when you know, can't complain. I think this is where we are. Yeah. Post 16 Age of Humanity. We're doing stuff with Don Grain and can't remember some of the other names. And Yesane and stuff. And we're seeing where this is going. I don't know.
끌어넘칠 시간이군요.
I can't remember exactly where we left. We didn't agree to help this guy though. We'll see. The group remained consistently noisy until the moment we arrived.
고요 속에서 우아하게 예술이 피어나야 하거늘.
Only in tranquility can outbloom in its full grace.
어느 팀에나 재수 없는 놈들이 설치는 건 여전하지.
There's always gonna be a snobby jerk on any team.
동감이다.
I must agree. I can't tell if they're here to handle a request or hang out. They loosen up too easily.
하지만 적어도 이곳에 환상체들은 없을 거예요.
If there's one fortunate thing, however, it's that we won't encounter any abnormalities here. Why does this person keep talking to me?
사실 처음에 환상체라는
To
것들을 보았을
tell
때
you the
충격의
truth,
연속이었어요.
the first encounter with abnormalities was a series of shocking revelations.
참 하이브리드
It
했다고나 할까요?
was hybrid,
사람의
so
무의식을
to
이용한
speak.
신에너지 개발이라니.
I wouldn't have been
상상도
able
못할
to conceive
발상이었으니까요.
such a concept as developing a new source of energy from the human subconscious.
이제 평범하고
I believe
흔한
that the
뭐냐.
so widespread
인간의
and
시대는
standard.
끝나가고 있다고 생각해요.
What was it again?
최우수한 두뇌의 시대죠.
Right.
그걸
The
마음으로
age of
깨달은
humanity is
자들은
coming
아직
to an
많이
end.
없더라고요.
Now is the age of the superior minds. Not too many have realized this with their hearts yet. What's an age of humanity?
그러니 당신들이 합류해줘서
You
제가
have
얼마나
no
기뻤는지 모를 거예요.
idea how glad I was to have you on a boat. That makes me suspicious a little bit. Some one-sided conversation that was much worse than the ones I have with Virgilius. Really? I'm not sure I agree, but I don't know. Was it even a conversation if one of us never communicated their thoughts to the other? Fair.
인기척이 들리는군요.
Shh. I hear some movement. I think you're the only one here who has to keep his mouth shut. Yeah. Okay.
초식 1번
I can't remember. I'm currently inferring that we may have gotten to the lab that he wanted us to help deal with interlopers. I can't remember if we left the original lab we were in. I feel like from what he's saying we must.
이대로 가보자고.
Ooh. How many waves? One wave? Let's use this. Oh, that's too bad. But tomorrow, Tiny Desk, that's something.
제 불을 따라오십시오.
꿰뚫은 줄도 모를걸.
Nice.
무불아위
생각보다 잘 타는 걸. 다음.
Seems like we might not quite beat these guys this round. Hopefully tomorrow, Tiny Desk. Where are you using this? Yeah, maybe this? Sure.
이대로 가보자고.
Here we go.
괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야.
불타올랐군요. 테러범들은 안 보이네요.
I don't see any tourists.
안심해. 재생 앰플은 넉넉히 가져왔으니까.
Oh wait,
사냥
no.
기계들이
Are we
날뛰어도
saving
괜찮아.
Shrina's lab? I can't remember. Relax, I've brought plenty of regeneration ampules, so those Mado machines can rampage all they want. An ominous noise burst from the stopped machines.
자, 다들 들리나?
Wait a second. Should I?
All right, Al, you hear me?
우리가 혹시라도
I got pretty mad thinking you might have thought we ran out, so I'm sending you a message verbally.
이제부터 중요한 이야기를 할 거니까 잘
I'm
들어.
about to tell you something real important, so listen up.
긴장감을 가속하기
A
위한
pause to rouse tension.
좋아.
Good.
바로 너희는
It's that you are.
너희는
You are a bunch of worthless worms.
그래, 바로 그거야.
Yeah, that's right. You're just worms.
인형이라고.
맥 빠지는군. 기껏 집중하고 있었더니.
Give me a break. I was all ears for this load of nonsense. Gregor approached the speaker with a grumble, scratching the back of his head. Wait, Gregor! After playing the voice, the machine suddenly starts to heat up and inflate.
기계의 온도가 비정상적으로 상승하며 부품이 팽창하고 있어요.
The machine is heating to unnatural degrees. Its components expanding.
그렇네요.
I can't remember what voice I did for this guy. Oh my, it really is. That's a telltale sign of an imminent explosion.
맞아요. 그리고 그렇다는 말은
Indeed, and that means...
아이씨, 그 정신 나간 기계에서
Wait a moment, get away from the damned machine! Heathcliff kicked Gregor away from the machine.
시간도 얼마 없었을 텐데.
They must have
함정까지
used
정성스럽게
what
설치했나
little
보네요.
time they had to place traps like this. Their dedication is
이렇게 된
admirable.
거 설계자
I'm
얼굴을
rearing
꼭
to
보고
see the
싶을 정도로.
mastermind behind this. Are all of the researchers like that? This really doesn't feel like the time for admirations.
숙명이죠.
Such is our fate.
두드려 패고 꿰뚫는다. 이게 우리 사과지.
There we go.
아, 덥다. 뭐 시원한 거 먹으러 가는 거 어때?
몸이 따라줄진 모르겠지만 가라면 가야지.
Okay. Just right into another fight. Sure thing.
제 풀을 따라오십시오.
Nothing to use.
이대로
Sure.
가보자고.
Go ahead. Okay. Ooh. Let's use it. Let's use it earlier this time. Then we can maybe actually fully use the Seagull.
초시 1번.
나보다 잘 타는 걸?
벌써 부서졌나? 쓸모가 없군.
Here we go.
눈부시지 않다고 두려워하지 마.
Shiny sword time. And I don't have what I need to use the second. I need another dark blue. And I'm getting that, okay.
제 풀을
Here we
따라오십시오.
go.
균형이 무너졌군요.
벌써 부서졌나? 쓸모가 없군.
나보다 잘 타는 걸?
자연스러운 것입니다.
Here we go.
이 기계도 작동이 멈추면
Will
아까처럼
this
폭발하는
blow
거
up
아닐까요?
once it stops working like the last one? As we suspected, the halted machine began to play an ominous noise.
그러니까 너희가 내 기계를
Alright, so this is the second time you killed my machines, right?
어디 보자.
Let's see. You're a bunch of roaches that do nothing other than just crawl on the floor.
괜찮아, 괜찮아. 이런 걸로 울컥하지 마.
It's okay, it's okay. Don't let it get you down, Greg. I wasn't feeling anything.
그러니까 그렇게
So go on and keep crawling like the bugs you are.
바닥에 몇만 속
Why bother looking up when you'll be spending all your lives on that flat dimension of the surface? Am I right?
파악했다. 작동을 멈추면
I
자동으로
understand
녹음된
now.
목소리가 재생된 후
Once the machines
수천으로
stop
폭발한다.
functioning, they play a pre-recorded voice clip, then explode seconds after.
무슨 의도로 제작되었는지는
It is
불명합니다.
unclear what
기계들은 모두
purpose they are
동일한
meant to
메커니즘으로
do,
구성되어
but
있다.
all of the machines are equipped with the same mechanisms.
미리 녹음했다.
Pre-recorded?
이건 예상 못했는데.
I didn't see that coming.
동네방네 놀림거리구만. 벌레 아저씨.
Everyone's making fun of you, eh, buddy bloke?
온 세상.
It sure is baffling how the whole world is bending over backwards to mock me.
뭐야? 반응이 맛이 없네.
That's a
뭐야?
tame
너 왜 그래?
reaction. Oh, hey, what's wrong with you now? No, is she feeling bad? What's the matter, man? Are you all right?
네. 속이
Yes,
조금 메스꺼워서
I'm just feeling a little queasy.
크게 신경 쓰지 않으셔도 돼요.
You don't have to
괜찮아요.
mind me. I'm fine now.
저 그런데 기술해방연합단체는
There's
어떤
something
성격의
I've been meaning
단체인가요?
to ask. What kind of organization is this? Technology Liberation Alliance.
그딴 건 왜 궁금해하는 건가? 이름만
Why
그럴듯한
do you
테러
bother
조직일 뿐.
asking such
우리가 그
questions?
가치관까지
All we
알아야
need
할
to
필요는
know
없는 것
about
같은데.
them is that it's a terrorist organization with a hollow name. Their values are irrelevant to us.
알아두면 도움이 될지도 모르는 거잖아요.
You never know
오티스 씨.
what use the information might have, Otis.
저도 아는 바는 그다지 없습니다. 다만
I
회의사
know
연구소
a
출신인 분 중
little
하나도
about them
이곳의 주요 멤버로
myself.
있다고 들었습니다.
I did hear that
제가 입사하기 전이라
someone who used to
잘
work in
알지는
Keiko Laboratory is now one of the organization's co-members, though I don't have the details as this took place before I joined the firm.
그분도 지금의 동랑님처럼
She
세우스
was an
직원상을 수여받은 연구원이었습니다.
outstanding researcher who was once awarded the Best Employee Award, much like Mr. Dan Grain is now.
뭐야? 그런 걸 네가 어떻게 알아?
What? How do you know that?
우수 직원 트로피실에서 이름을
I saw
보았거든요.
your name on one of the
그곳에
plaques
있는
in the trophy room.
이름들은 당연히 전부 알아둬야 하는 거
Wouldn't you say
아닌가요?
it's mandatory for someone of my occupation to remember all the names there?
거긴 왜 자꾸 들여다보는 거야?
Why do you keep peeking in there anyway?
최우수 직원씩이나 되었던 자가 왜 테러
What
조직에
could
가담해?
the reason be highly paid? What could the I keep skipping words. What could be the reason a highly praised employee decided to join a terrorist?
아까 잠깐 보시지 않았나요?
I
저희
believe
연구실을
you
신나게
saw her
박살내고
once
계시던데.
earlier. She was enthusiastically destroying my lab.
딱 저와 슈렌느가
Right
입사했을
around
무렵
when Shrin
뭐랄까
and I
꽤
joined the
회사에
company, she was,
유명했었죠.
well, rather famous within the firm.
건너들은 바로는
I heard
회사 기술의
rumors that
한계까지
she had
시험해보고
wanted
싶다고
to
하셨잖아요.
test the limits of K-Cope's technologies.
어느 날 돌연히
Then one
연구소를
day,
그만뒀다는 소문이 돌았습니다.
rumors about her leaving the laboratory spread,
그 종착지가
saying that this is where she ended up.
두드려 패고 꿰뚫는다. 이게 우리 사과지. 아, 덥다.
Okay,
뭐 시원한 거 먹으러 가는 거 어때?
onwards.
빙수
Actually, I'm
같은 거?
curious. Well, yep, went too far. Oh, it just flat out doesn't even show our progress up there. Interesting. Might mean we're like barely into the Canto. I don't know.
움직이는 먹인자. 재밌겠군.
아, 이 복도만 지나면 될 거예요. 그럼 지부의 끝으로 도달할 수 있어요.
This corridor must be the last. Once we're past here, we'll reach the edge of the facility.
그곳까지 무사히
After I
도착해서
retrieve my
무거운
precious
제 지부들을
items
챙기고
from
나면
there, I'll
말씀드린
give you
황금가지의
ownership
수익권을 넘겨드릴게요.
of the golden bow as promised.
찜찜하게 마무리될 것 같은데 괜찮은 거야?
Feels like this is gonna end on a rotten note.
튀어버린 것 같은데.
You gonna be okay with that? Those tourists really must have run off. Seen how none of them showed up.
계약의 내용은 연구실의
It was
탄원이었으니까.
part of the contract to reclaim the laboratory.
그래서 누누이 말하지 않았습니까, 동랑님?
That's why I
계약서를
kept
작성할
telling
때는
you,
좀 더
Mr.
저희에게
Don Grain,
유리하도록 꼼꼼하고 냉철한 정신머리로 작성해야 한다고요.
when you draft a contract, you have to be meticulous and calculating and write it in a way that favors us. 1 second. Let's get going. Fortunately, I didn't see any killing machines here. However, a couple of unwelcome figures appeared in front of us. I should mention, in case you don't know, the current rate up Grago does have Boon, even if it isn't primary focus. I saw that. I couldn't decide. And like we took a look at it at the start of the stream. I can't decide if I'm interested in it. And then there's also like two Faust egos, and I was trying to decide if I was interested in those two, because I'm unsure, but they look kind of neat. But I don't know. One of the Faust egos is one we tried on a support character at one point.
조심하십시오, 관리자님.
Be on guard. Executive manager. Someone is ahead of us. Yeah, but they aren't holding any weapons.
무기는 소유하지 않았지만 관리자님은 연약하게 그지없는 민간인이지
They
않습니까?
may be unarmed, but you are an incredibly weak and fragile civilian executive manager. Thank you, Otis. You do know, you have mastered the art of complimenting insults, or insulting compliments, a compliment and an insult at the same time. If that's you, or giving insults in a very polite way, so maybe that's more accurate. Backhanded, yeah. Thanks, Otis?
숫자 계산 안 되니? 딱 봐도 너희가 압도적으로 많잖아. 호들갑은.
Can't you count? You clearly outnumber us by a huge margin. Don't be a baby.
왔니 지렁이들?
Here at last, Worms.
그 기계에서 흘러나오던 목소리예요.
It's the same voice that played from the machines.
사람이기도 하네요.
And it's the same face we saw earlier.
다른 조직원들은 어디 있나요, 란 선배?
Where are your other members, senior researcher Ran?
그 난리통에 지원군까지
You managed to bring more help in that mess, I see.
그리고
And put away that senior crap. We haven't even known each other for long. Don't you see what's going on?
다 대피했지.
They've all evacuated, and here I am, buying time for them.
흥미롭네요.
That's interesting.
생각했는데
We thought we stormed in unexpectedly. Yet, you knew it in advance and escaped. Maybe there's a double agent.
너네가 지렁이라서 그렇지.
Cause you're worms. Look at you getting all cocky after receiving the best employee award.
감히 우리를 잡으려고
Raiding
기세등등
here.
쳐들어왔잖아.
They're trying to catch us.
혀가 기네. 감히는 무슨
You've
감이냐?
got a big mouth. You think you're better than us?
네 말대로 숫자를 봐.
You're outnumbered, like you said. That noggin of yours probably knows you'd better surrender, eh?
내가 항복한다 치자. 너희의 계획은 안
Let's
봐도
say I
뻔하지.
do. It's clear what you'll do with me.
나를 딱 죽지
You'll
않을 만큼만
neutralize
지킨
me
다음에
and keep me barely alive.
잘난 재생의 불로
Curing me with your flaunted regeneration ampoules.
원하는 답을 얻을 때까지
Rinse and repeat
반복하겠지.
until you get the answers you want.
그럼 저희가 원하는 답을 한 번에 내주면 그만.
Sounds like a problem that can be prevented by giving us the right answers right away. Am I asking too much?
당연하지.
Course you are. Unlike you, we aren't planning to live like roaches that feed on whatever is provided from above.
자꾸 성질 돋우네.
This is really getting on my nerves.
아, 이제 놀아주는 것도 질렸다.
Whatever, I've had enough of toying with you.
지금 뭐 하는?
What are you trying to...
그래. 그렇게 당장 눈앞에서
That's
벌어지는
right,
것만
show your
궁금해하는
curiosity. Only to what's happening immediately before your eyes. That's how a researcher should be.
선배,
Run. With an ear-piercing sound, the building was engulfed in an explosion. Ooh. Looks like destroyed. That hurt a lot. Are you alright,
동남님,
Mr.
무슨
Dan
일입니까?
Grain?
단테 씨 쪽 일행이 폭발음이 들리자마자
I'm fine. Someone in
그
Dante's
말할
party
수 없고
pushed me away as
뜨고 다니던
soon as the
분이에요.
blast was heard. You know, the quiet fellow with the intimidating eyes? Wait.
저도 구하려고 했습니다. 다만 거리가 살짝 모자랐을 뿐이고요.
Which one is he referring to? Mirso, maybe? I was going to do the same, but I was standing far away.
아슬아슬했네요.
Phew, that was close. After taking the impact of others, Dan Quixote and Mirso had flown out the way to the columns supporting the building, their backbones fully exposed. Assumedly it's Mirso, but that's at least 3 sinners depending on how you view them, yeah. Whoa! Dan Quixote in particular was impaled on a pillar. Yikes.
망설임 없이 몸을 던질 수 있었던 건 언제든지
It
되살아날
must be the faith that they will come back to life at any time that prompted them to jump into danger without hesitation.
어떤 마음이나 정 같은
Not
것
out of
때문에
any sort of friendship or an affinity. Isn't that right? Dan Quixote couldn't give any answer, whether due to death or the pointed edge stabbing through her mouth. Muso, you alive?
관리자를 지키고
It was my directive to protect the manager
내게 주어진
and see
일이었다.
that the company's mission is accomplished.
역시 그런 거겠죠.
That must be it. Yes.
편리하네요.
How
재생
convenient.
앰플 없이도
You can recover your
수급할 수
body
있다.
without using a regeneration ampule. I don't know, the ampule looks
아
handier,
맞다. 슈레인느 씨도 괜찮으십니까?
but they can't
다른
hear
해결사분들은요?
Dante. Right. Is Ms. Shreen alright? And the other fixers?
저희는 끄떡없네요.
We're perfectly sound.
폭발 충격은 전부 너희 쪽이 받아준 덕분에
Your
이쪽은
group blocked the blasts of us, so we tuned out fine.
그래서 재생 앰플을 계속 맞지 않았던 거구나.
That's why
저 시계가
you
특별한
haven't been
능력이
taking the
있었던 거였어.
ampules. The clock had special powers.
맞습니다.
Oh,
제가
it's your
철저한
first time seeing
검증과
it.
조사로 모셔오신 분들이니까요.
Indeed. After all, I recruited them through screening and testing. I see.
참,
Well, damn.
가져온 앰플들이
All the ampules I brought. How useless now. I mean, we have people that can't be rewound. For some reason, Shreen lets out a defeated laugh and dumps the ampules in her bag to the floor. No, wait, we still have the other fixers and you scientists. It's true. For them, looking at it from a perspective that excludes me, this is certainly a convenient power. Fatal consequences can be reversed, and the only price is me having to bear the pain. No, wait. Is this really fine? No. And where does all of this time to rewind come from? Oh, that's a question.
대가리 말 미적거리고 있어. 저 노란 꼬맹이
Blackface, stop dawdling about. That yellow-haired is dying. Tivoli ravaged by the blast. Heathcliff pointed at Don Quixote.
빨리 돌려.
Yuri, up and down it. This hurts an awful lot. And that right there is why Dante's not in a hurry. On it. Yeah, they're also expansive on top of that. You're right, Justin.
제 풀을 따라오십시오.
The way he prioritized Don Quixote over himself initially is pretty interesting and easy to miss. Yeah. Honestly, I will say I kinda thought Don Quixote was straight up dead. And while we can rewind to save Don Quixote,
이대로 가보자고.
I don't think necessarily waiting a minute would make a difference if Don Quixote's all the way dead. Oh, wouldn't necessarily make a difference. Oh, Don Quixote. Maybe, but I don't know. Let's use that. Boom.
부드럽게.
It's the glowing sword. There we go.
눈부시지 않다고 두려워하지 마라.
Okay, then we're gonna follow it up with using the second run. Let me check. No, nothing else. Jeez. Here we go. Bunch of hits. And a bunch of dead enemies. And staggered enemies too. One left? Okay, yeah, we can regenerate that.
부드럽게.
Easy. I am trying to rest my voice a little during the battles due to the sore throat. Greetings, Easton. Welcome. Then there's these skipped things again. I still don't know exactly what's going on with those, but...
몸이 따라줄지 모르겠지만 가라면 가야지.
슈렌느, 파편이 몸에 튀었는데 얼른 주입하는 게 낫지 않겠어?
Trin. Oh, is it Trin there? I think it might. I think I heard him in the voiced dialect. They say Trin there. It might be that. I might have been saying her name wrong. Trin, you've got shrapnel wounds. Are you sure you don't want to use an ampule? You might want to explain to you that Dante can't rewind her wounds.
괜찮아.
I'm fine.
슈렌느라는 저
That Trin, fella.
괜찮은 건가?
She's looking kinda blank-faced. Is she okay?
멍하
Blank-faced. Of course not. She couldn't be so carefree. So something that currently occurs to me, a bunch of the enemies here escaped with Ran covering their escape, right? And currently my thought process is that there might be a traitor or a double agent that lets them know of our upcoming attack. And like the Shrine, actually all three of the scientists with are at the top of my list because they're known characters, and Shrine is one of them.
이로써 분명해졌군.
This makes it evident.
테러범들은
The
진작에 대피했다.
terrorists long since made their leave,
우리를
and
직사시키려고
that's
혈안이 된
left.
살인마들만 있었을 뿐.
All that's left were bloodthirsty murderers, hell-bent on killing us.
내 쪽에선 판단을 끝냈다.
I've made my judgment.
그쪽은
Hey.
어떻게 생각하지?
What do you think? Otis to nudge her head at Muso.
그 판단에 동의한다.
I agree with it.
무슨 말을 하시는 거예요?
What are you talking about?
이곳에 배신자가 있다는 것.
There's a traitor in our ranks. No doubt remains in the matter. Hey, it's just what I was saying.
우리가 출발했을 때부터
It's thanks to the spy that our course and plans were leaked from the moment we departed.
추후 더 많은
To
피해를
prevent
막기
further
위해서는
damage, it is
지금
right
이
to
자리에서
dispose of them
즉시
here and
처분하는 것이
now.
옳다.
Traitor. I blankly watched as he brought up a concept foreign to me. You are right, but are you right about the person? I am not sure. To me, I don't see any motivation from Don Grain or... What's his name? What was his name? Don Grain's assistant. Started with an... Was it Samjo or something? I don't see any motivation from either of them. At the same time, yes, Samjo. At the same time, something I am considering is that Samjo is the one who arranged us to be here in the first place. At the moment, it really depends on something, because with the concept of a traitor, it brings up the concept of betrayal and who that's applying to. Who are you betraying? If someone is betraying Don Grain, it is entirely different than if they're betraying the Limbus Company. Like, if their intent is to dispose of us, then I think it could easily be Samjo who's the traitor, and he got us here to dispose of it. But currently, that doesn't line up because the situation we're in, it doesn't seem deadly enough. He's seen what our people are capable of. I think it's got to be Shrine at the moment. At the same time, everyone here having a good day? I am. Hopefully, others are as well. At the same time, Don Grain is I feel like we don't know enough about certain things about Dan Gray, so maybe, but he's the one I see least reason for him to be the traitor. I suppose there's also the Fixers, technically, the Rose Spanner Workshop, but I see even a less reason for them to be the traitors.
우리 중에는 가능성이 드물 테니 연구소. 니놈들의 수하들을 의심해야
As it's
합리적이다.
unlikely to be one of us, the rational course of action is to suspect your institute's lackeys.
작전은 취소해야 합니다, 관리자님.
This mission
일단 말도 안 되는 노름에
must be
휘말리는 것.
abandoned, Executive Manager. To allow ourselves to be involved in this nonsense is...
불쾌합니다. 설마
I am
저희를
repulsed by
의심하시는
your
겁니까?
accusation.
적어도 입사한 지
Are
만
you
1년조차도 안 지난
seriously
여러분들보다는
suspecting us?
신뢰 있는 관계라고 단언할 수
I
있습니다.
can assure you that we trust each other better than you people, who haven't been in the same firm for a year. Samjo argued, flashes of light furiously bouncing off his glasses.
아니에요, 3조. 충분히 그럴 듯한
No,
가설이에요.
Samjo.
나 같아도
Your
그렇게 말했을 거예요.
hypothesis sounds plausible. I would have said the same. In fact, here's the thing, Samjo. This concept here, I don't think applies. He's saying that what matters here is the time that people have known each other. However, one of our opponents right now is someone who used to work at their workplace. So one of our opponents is already someone who's kind of betrayed them. As such, it actually in some ways leans towards someone from their workplace being the traitor, I would say. And I currently see very little stake in any of the sinners being a traitor in this instance. Isn't Shrene also from a different department? She doesn't even work with them. Yeah, she has like her own lab. I think they work in the same building, but different labs.
당신들 뭔가 할 말이
You
있는 것이죠?
have something to say, don't you?
동랑님,
Mr. Dungrain?
저 해결사 집단들. 이곳에 들어올 때부터 재생 앰플을 단 한 번도 사용하지 않더군.
Interesting. That group of fixers haven't used regeneration ampules a single time since they came in here.
제정신이 박힌
Any
전투원이라면
sane combatant
억지로
would
뺏어서라도 쓰려는
kill
텐데
to
말이지.
have those.
한 가지 더 있다.
There is one more thing.
란이라는 자와
When we
마주쳤을 때
encountered Ran,
저들만이 일정 거리를
they were
두려는 행동을
distancing
보였다.
themselves from here in
폭발할 건
advance.
사전에 알고
The
있다고
only
볼 수밖에.
explanation is that they knew there would be an explosion. I think Shrena is the traitor, and the Rose Spanner fixers are working for her.
아이쿠.
Oh, Father, why not consider the possibility that my intuition is just that keen? Because you might have warned us.
얘들이랑 저랑은
What if we weren't
유독 뛰어나게
using
건강한
that
체질이라
ampule?
재생
Because
앰플을 필요
those
안 한
bodies
것뿐이라면.
and I are built healthy.
혹시 몰라 가져온 진실의 약
I've
하나가
brought a
있는데
truth
이걸
tablet
먹고 대답하면
just in
믿어보자.
case. I'll believe you if you testify the same after taking it. You know, something that occurs to me here is, does he actually have this truth tablet? Or could it just be a placebo or a bluff? Would
진실해?
that work?
그 빨간 거? 그런 수상한 걸 어떻게 믿고
Truth
만나?
tablet? That red thing, how can I take that suspicious looking drag?
너희는 선택의 여지가 없는 거 아닌가요?
Sorry, did you have a choice here?
나라면 먹던가
How strange. If I were you, I would
병원이라도 하고
take the
갈 텐데.
tablet. Or make more desperate excuses.
죄다 수틀린 것마냥
You're
의심을
so
지울 기회를
gladly squandering your
주세요.
chances to clear yourself of suspicion. It's almost like you're asking to be killed.
아니면
How did you
죽여야겠다고
decide to kill us all and get away with it?
연구원이라서 논문이나 쓰는 줄 알았는데.
Dan Grain is too creepy to take medicine from. Yeah. I thought a researcher's job was writing the papers, and you're out here writing a fiction, you deranged maniac. Hey, that's a good insult. I thought the researcher's job was writing a paper, and you're out here writing a fiction, you deranged maniac. Ah, that's a good one. Nico raised his weapon and pointed at us.
궁지에 몰리면 쫄린 쪽이 먼저 이빨을 드러내기 마련이지.
Showing your true selves now that you're cornered, eh?
슬롯 머신 한탕하기 특별 비법까지 알려줬는데.
I even taught you my secret to winning at the slot machines, and this is how you return the favor. I don't really have a voice nail it down for Nico. Not that it matters, you're going to slaughter him.
조심 1번.
I'm trying to get better at this game as I go throughout it. Like, I'm trying to incorporate more and more strategy into my play of the game we go throughout it. And I wanted to... Oh, can I just take a look at the... I never really look at the... I don't pay enough attention to the... I don't know if it really matters that much for this fight, but I want to keep improving. When this unit defeats an enemy with boon, apply foe boon to one random enemy with two, and we need 2 more round with 3 more owns when attacked and inflict a boon on a random enemy. With 2 more rad at 30 plus SP and inflict a boon count with especially like coin. With 1 more rad, deal 5% damage for every 6 boon, max 15 combat start fall on me, so 6 plus. And ignition 3 yellow, 3 subsequent coins of a skill inflict a boon and hit. Okay. Okay. So I should be trying to have foe rad pretty often because it activates 2 of these. Oh no! What? Staggered right away? Oh, that's not good. In fact, I would even hazard that it's bad. Wait, do I have the... How much sanity does that use? Oh yeah, the rare pound. Hey, Shadow Clone, how's it going? What's been your favorite Canto so far? Ooh. Let me think through the cantos.
부드럽게.
Trying to remember, wait, what was Canto? Oh wait, yeah, Canto 2 was Radia, Canto 1 was Grago, Canto 3 was Sinclair. I want to say Canto 3 so far. I'm not including Canto 4 at all period in this analysis, in this decision, since I don't know it well enough. Oh, wow, Radia, why are you so low on health? I advise against that, Radia. You did not miss the continuation of Canto. Oh, yeah.
단번에 끝낸다.
무불아위.
But yeah, Canto 3 I think is my favorite so far. I think it was the most interesting story so far. The like that midway point where we come across the creepy, deranged Christmas trees. That was excellent. I mean, it wasn't actually good. It was deranged, but it was excellent. And then the finale, the conclusion of it, incredible. I might fail at this fight initially here. Hopefully not, but that's the same staggered. I might need to check what Nico's abilities are.
눈부시지 않다고 두려워하지 마라.
Okay. Gain resonant by the number of heads coins that successfully hit during a turn. When triggering a tremor boost or raising a stagger threshold, deal a 3 fixed damage per count and further stagger threshold by 3% per count. Win alone marks the last unit that attacked this character as the target next turn. Oh hey, wait, we can control that. So Muso will be the target next turn. But we can defend instead of attacking if it helps to change Tina's up. Hopefully this ego does fantastically.
똑바로 서라. 나무 인형만도 못한 것.
Mo Boone stacks, Mo Boone! All of the Boone! Here we go, on brilliant glory.
이빨이지 않을 테니.
Oh, that's just a sliver of house now. Here we go.
훈련장만큼의 즐거움도 주지 않는 건가? 압도적이니 재미도 없군. 다시 훈련에나 매진한다.
Okay. I was a little worried at a certain point in that fight, but we pulled through.
벌써 화끈하네.
잠깐. 타임아웃이 필요할 것 같아요.
Give me a second. I think we need to call a timeout.
오늘 아침에 먹은 덩어리가 좀
Might be the
잘못됐는지
saltine I ate
속이
this
좀 안
morning.
좋아서.
My stomach is aching.
대장님,
Boss.
그런 건 없어.
다음은 뭐 분이다.
No such thing. Sync is up next. Sync is up next. Maybe it's slice, yo. Slice, yo. Knack? Completely? Yeah, I think that's what it is.
슈렌느 씨,
슈 뭐?
She what?
슈렌느 씨가 말해줬어요. 이곳에 들어오면 절대로 재생 앰플만큼은 사용하지 말라고.
Yep. There's something here that would make the regeneration ampules backfire, I think. And that's why she despaired when she realized we didn't need them.
그걸
Saying that out
마음이
loud is breaching the contract, you dolt.
오, 슈렌느가
That's
그렇게 말했다고?
so? Shrana told you that? Why?
몰라요. 때가 되면 알게 될
I
거라고
don't
했는데.
know, she said. We'll see in due time.
뭐 제일 간단한 방법이 있지 않겠어요?
Well, we have the simplest way to find out, don't we? Oh no, then green. Oh. He's going to use it. Use an ampule on this guy. On the right here, there's this guy, and it's going to like mess him up or something. Maybe kill him. After fiddling with a regeneration ampule in his hand, Dan Grain made a sudden move. I feel bad for this guy. The fixer tried to remove the ampule, but its content had already entered the system.
왜 그렇게 놀라요, 대장님? 재생 앰플을 꽂으면 어떻게 되는 건데요?
Oh, Nico knows what's going to happen. Oh. Why do you look so surprised, Buzz? What happens if the ampule is injected? Huh? This is weird. The fixer's limbs began to twist in strange angles. Then some things started protruding through the flesh. Collapsed on the floor, the fixer tried to yell something but failed to make any sound.
이거 나만 익숙한 모습이야?
Is it just me? Or is this awfully familiar?
설마 그 벌레 소굴을 기억하는
Please,
사람이
you don't really
그래,
think you're the only one
당신
who remembers that back then, do you, Greg, babe? Resembling larvas or snails.
이런,
Oh dear.
그만하자. 내가 너무 많은 사람을 끌어들였나 봐.
Let's stop here. I dragged too many people into this.
뭐 돈에
Well,
혹해서
it
온건
was
저잖아.
my decision to take the deal for the money.
아,
Dearie
이럴 줄
me,
알았어.
I should have
어제
gone on a
한탕 좀
bigger
제대로 해보고
spree
오는 거였는데.
yesterday if I knew it would come to this. Oh, see ya, Easton. Thanks for dropping by. Hope you enjoyed. Okay.
한 번에 끝낸다.
잘 풀린 것 같습니다.
Here we go, and brilliant glory part 1. And I'm making sure to use, or at least, yeah, I'm using 2 blue here because we need 2 blue for the second part of an brilliant glory.
들어가 보자고.
눈부시지 않다고 두려워하지 마라.
갓.
Okay, don't have what we need. What are we lacking? We're lacking orange and red. Well, we can fix that.
이대로 가 보자고.
Here we go.
꿰뚫은 줄도 모를걸. 괜히 저항하지 말고 받아들여. 그게 덜 아플걸.
다음.
벌써 부서졌나? 쓸모가 없군.
Okay, well, I'm still lacking. Oh, I needed more yellow. I completely missed that, but
한 번에 끝낸다.
we have 1 enemy left. We'll renovate it. Sometimes I mix up the orange and the yellow symbols, especially when they're grayed out like that. Greetings, Bangra.
두드려 패고 꿰뚫는다. 이게 우리
Welcome.
사과지. 아 덥다. 뭐 시원한 거 먹으러 가는 거 어때? 빙수 같은 거.
Reach out and in. Oh no! Alright, whoa.
움직이는 먹인자. 재밌겠군.
Okay.
한 번에 끝낸다.
Here we go, another fight. We will burn them to bits with our burn team.
조식 1번.
Here we go.
괜히 저항하지 말고 받아들여. 그게 덜 아플걸?
Okay. First stage of Unbrilliant Glory.
제 풀을 따라오십시오.
Will we even get to the second stage? Don't know. We don't always.
불타올랐군요.
샷. 차.
Okay, what are we lacking? We need another yellow.
이대로 가보자고.
There we go.
괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야.
날 풀린 것 같습니다.
One second, sorry. Get a message thing I had to check. But we have an Brilliant Glory. Let's switch to that.
부드럽게.
Here we go. It might be overkill. Oh wait, no, Nico is there. Okay, I thought we were still fighting the minions.
이 검은
Here we go.
빠르지 않을 테니.
Okay, it's just us against Nico again, and he still has this. The last person who attacked became target. I think we're kind of fine with him, so becoming target too. Let's get that 6 burn. Let's go.
초식 1번.
All of the burn we can. All of the fire. All of it. That's 6 burn count. And Ego.
불아위.
This should hopefully get 6 more. 12 in total. Go Raja.
불타올랐군요.
Yeah.
두드려 패고 꿰뚫는다. 이게 우리 사과지. 아 덥다.
에이,
뭐 시원한 거 먹으러 가는 거
라인.
어때? 빙수 같은 거.
그럼 이제 네 쪽에서 설명해 주겠어. 쉬렸네?
All right then. Here to give us an explanation, Shrenna. Shrenna blinkily looks at Dangrain. Her face wooden, as if she's forgotten how to make expressions.
언제부터 저쪽 편에 붙은 거야?
Since when did you join their side?
대단하다. 놀라는 신용도
You really are something. You don't even act surprised.
앰플도 없이 멀쩡히 살아나는 직원들이라니.
Employees that can be brought back to life without the ampules, huh?
치사하잖아.
This wasn't in the plans. It's not fair.
연구실에서 네가 따라가겠다고
When I
했을 때
asked you why you volunteered to follow me at the laboratory, you told me this.
동료가 셋이나 죽었어.
3 of my coworkers died.
우리 쪽에서 죽은 사람들은 셋이 아니라 5이야. 해방연합에서 죽은 사람들의 숫자가 3이었지.
5 of us died in that attack. 3 is the number of casualties the Technology Liberation Alliance suffered. Ooh, Dan Green. He is observant.
아,
Oh, and I checked your network history too.
뭐야? 그런 것도 가능했어?
You did what? You're not allowed to do that. So they keep telling you. It takes a full day and the night after to name all the benefits of the best employee. What? Being the best employee lets you check the others' network history?
그 망할 놈의 최우수.
That stupid best tribe again.
퇴사한 란 선배랑
I saw that you exchanged tons of mail with Ran, even after she left. What was it about? You wouldn't reply to a single one I sent asking to go grab coffee together. I do agree with you. I think that's more a privacy violation than a benefit. Yeah.
하긴 너는 입사할
I
때부터
do
란 선배를
suppose
존경했지.
you've respected Ran a
보고
lot.
싶다, 란 선배.
Ever since you joined, even your password was set up as Miss You Ran. How about that?
아니,
Okay, yeah, that's real privacy
정말입니까?
infringement. Finding out her password there. Wow. I wouldn't respond to his request to get either, especially not now. Yeah, I feel like I respect Dan Green, but don't trust him. In some ways, that makes sense.
이해가 안 됩니다.
I don't understand. Keiko, wait, did I read the
각광받는
last
연구원
line?
자리는 없습니다.
I don't understand. K-Cope's research institutes are the best workplace you could ask for as a scientist. It's a stable job, cares about employee well-being, and has the limelight of the academy. Limelight. They wear green. they were green and their color scheme limelight.
그런데 왜 이런 테러
But
집단과 내통이
why would you turn your back on it and collude with those terrorists?
전 당신 정도면 꽤 미래가 충만한 연구원이라고 생각했습니다만 물론
I saw you as
동랑님에
a
비하면 아직
researcher
멀었죠.
with a promising future. You had a long way to go compared to Mr. John Green, but still.
그래, 슈렌네.
Yeah, Shrine. Why don't you say it yourself? Oh, he knows. He knows.
왜 저들과 뜻을
Why
함께하겠어?
did you decide to collude with them? Look at this. Whoops. No. Look at this. Ryoshu and Dan Grain, they're kind of fronting a Shrine. And I'm currently assuming this is probably Samjo right here, because I feel like Samjo sticks close to Dan Grain. I don't feel like Samjo wanders. The out is just incredibly striking. One of the things I like about this right there is something we see all the time in this game. Actually, no, let's put it this way. Something we see all the time in gaming is intense conflict that is like combat and it's like fighting, it's action. Right here, this outwork we're looking at, right there, this is intense combat. No, this is intense, but not action. It's Dan Grain has you cornered. I really miss Valamori's out. It's not as dark or detailed. Naiga's out, but it's so pretty. Is this Valamori's or?
눈물이 멈추지 않으니까.
The tears won't stop.
너
You.
너라면 무슨 뜻인지 알겠지?
Wait, is she speaking in code, referencing something here? I'm not sure. You know what that means, right? Did someone just slice her in half? We see Ryoshu here. Could it have been here? Oh, who? Maybe my best guess is actually someone from the tourists. We couldn't hear the rest of what Shrene tried to say. At first it looked like a thin red line was drawn on her body. Yep. Valamori is out for all the early game CG. Naiga did the out for all the IDs and egos, but after a harassment campaign against Valamori, PM... Oh no! Let him go and Naiga does all the out now. Is there like a specific point in the story that that we stop getting a Valamori CGs and start getting an Aiga ones? And hey, greetings, BG Fire Gaming. Then we realized that it wasn't just a line.
이봐, 슈렌네 씨.
Oh, wow. We stop at Canto 5, which is soon for you, yeah. Hey, Shranny! Cut clean in half. Fluid splashed from the severed hemispheres of your brain as if to convey that regeneration ampoules won't heal this. I will say, I think Ryoshu could have done that. I think she has the capability to do that. She seems pretty good with her sword, but I don't feel like she did that. I feel like someone else. I feel like the whole situation was really sad because Project Muna handled it really badly and it was all over nothing. That sounds real terrible.
닥치고 동작 금지. 숨도 쉬지 마.
Oh, it was Ryoshu. Why? I'm thinking. I am racking my brains for well, I should read the line before. Shut your mouths and keep still. Don't even breathe. Why would Ryoshu do that? I suppose I don't know a ton about you. What can I think of? My only thought right now is that if Ryoshu is not betraying us for some reason, if she is still working on our side, then the reason she did that might be that she has something really strongly against being betrayed, which in some ways I could see that lining up with when I read Screen. I could see she's inspired by Screen, and she's inspired by Screen. Everyone thinks it was Ryoshu before they find out. Maybe we should go on. The people who slew Shrene along with the wall behind her, without letting even their footsteps be heard, were... Oh, is it... It's the people... maybe it's the other people who are collecting golden bars.
그림자 속에서 움직이는 반푼이 해결사 놈들. 특별히 그 음반이라고 불러주지.
Fixers and inanely treading shadows. I'll give you the honor of being called Fitz.
그런 해결사라면 시협회.
Fixers who walk like that would belong to She Association. I don't... If I've heard She Association before, I can't recall what it is.
도시에서 암살만 전문으로 의뢰받는 해결사 협회예요.
The one and only time She Association was mentioned in the story. An association of fixers that exclusively take assassination requests.
저희가 함부로 상대할 수 있는 자가
They most likely aren't one we could easily fight and defeat. It depends on how much they were paid and what section are they from. But in this case,
류주 씨만 그 기척을
it seemed that only Ryoshu was able to pick up hints of their presence. They most certainly won't be amateurs from sections 5 or 6. While Vader still open for a new sheet. Assassin.
슈렌느 씨, 대체 왜?
Miss Shirley, why?
벌써 떠났군.
Look at her, she's mad. Oh, they killed you and get out before we could even react. Wow. It's gone already. Ryoshu clicked her tongue and complained about the assassin's retreat, even though I couldn't hear or see them at all.
어이가 없군. 내부 분열이.
There are some scary people in this world. That would... How ridiculous! Torn by inner conflict!
란 선배는 슈렌느 씨가 입사할 때 사수였어요. 제 생각보다
If you don't know who Elevator is, he is a PM YouTuber who also streams the game. He is quite popular too. Oh no, I didn't know who Elevator was. I see, that makes sense. PM YouTuber is coping for Nushi ID. I see, yeah. Senior researcher Ran was Shrene's mentor when she first joined the firm. It looks like their bond lasted much longer than I thought.
단테 씨,
You see,
보셨죠?
Dante? We were
같은
peers
회사
working
동기들
for the
사이에서도
same firm,
내통이
and
발생하고
there's
있네요.
still collusion and fraternity.
배신, 분열,
Betrayal,
참,
division,
어느 집단
connivance. It happens in any group of people. I guess it's an inescapable cycle. Not sure there's any point in telling me this.
당신의
Say, how much do you trust your sinners? That's a good question. In some ways, I would say I don't trust the sinners a ton in more minor matters, but at least currently I trust them a fair amount in a more major matter with more major stakes. With the more minor stakes, I trust them very little. I'm sorry, what?
사실 아무것도
You know
모르잖아요.
virtually
저도
nothing
슈렌느를
about them,
전문가로서
do you?
못하는 것처럼.
Much like how I couldn't know everything about Shrene. Am I wrong?
내가
You don't even know which is the one that has a history with me. Oh, I've guessed, but I know things that Dante doesn't. Okay. Onwards. Let me get a drink. Looks like we're almost there. I can sense the golden bow resonating nearby.
근처까지 도달한 모양입니다.
It appears we're nearing the target location.
잘 됐네요.
And
아마
that's
거기에 제가
good.
놓고 온 사진이나 상장들이
The
있을 거예요.
photos and the words I left should still be there.
연구 기밀 문서도요. 동랑에
Classified research documents as... Oh wait, no, this is Sandra. Classified research documents as well, Mr. Dungrain. Whoa. Yisane. I'm assuming Yisane is looking at this. Something? Yisane picks up an ampule Shrene dropped from the floor and carefully examines it.
친절하네요. 주워줄 필요까지는 없었는데.
How kind of you. You didn't have to pick it up. Oh, whoops. Did I skip a line? I clicked twice on it. No, I didn't. It's the same.
이 재생 앰플.
This regeneration ampule.
아까 K사의 싸움꾼들과
Its number
기계들이
abides by
맞다툴
the
때
same rule as the decay
이스마일이
ampules that were
강제로
possibly
주입되었던
administered
동경
to
규칙에 난 바요.
Mrs. Merle in the earlier scuffle between Keiko brothers and invading machines.
그건 시리얼 넘버라고 하는 겁니다.
That
앰플을 분류하는 고유 넘버링
sorry.
방식이죠. 앞자리가 오면 오리지널. 잠깐. 이걸 왜 설명해주고 있는 거지?
That's what's called the serial code. It's a unique string of numbers to categorize ampules. Ones that start with O are original. Wait, why am I explaining this again?
오리지널.
Original.
이스마엘 양에게 주입되었던 붕괴 앰플
Identical
역시
to the decay ampule
재생
injected
앰플과
to
다르지
Miss
아니하였는가?
Ishmael. So it suggests that its essence was no different from that of the regeneration ampule.
이 재생 앰플은 뭐랄까
This
정제되지 않은 원액.
this series of
대중적인 재생
regeneration
조금
ampule is, well, how do I say it? It's an undiluted solution. It's not exactly like the commercially available ones.
지금 무슨 생각을 하고 있어요?
Oh, I like that. Out to. What are you thinking right now?
아무것도.
Nothing.
나를 언제부터 알아봤어?
When did you first recognize me? Wait. Is there a reason he wanted to recognize me?
닭들을 사육하는 장면을 내보였을 때부터.
Since you showed us the chickens in captivity,
연구실만 보여줘도
it would have
충분했을 일을
sufficed to give your visitors a
은밀한
cursory
실험실까지
tour.
내보여준 것은
Yet you insisted on showing your personal laboratory.
맞아. 다른 사람은 몰라도
You're right. I don't know about the others,
보여주고 싶었어.
but I wanted you to see the demonstrable proof of my success. I'm still
그래도
glad,
섭섭하네.
though. You
오랜만에
probably
제외한
had
못 벗은
plenty of time to
감각되는
express
인사를 건넬
your
시간이 많았을
joy of reuniting with this old friend of yours. There's something off about that phrasing.
곁에 남은 벗은 더는 없다고 생각하여
It is my thought that I no longer have companions by my side.
변한 게 없구나.
You haven't changed.
넌
You've
예전부터
always
소중한
enjoyed
걸
keeping
경솔하게
precious things
즐겼지.
in battles and watching them.
그대는 그걸 밖으로 내보이고 싶어
And
견딜 수
you
없어 하였고
were intent on releasing and showing them.
보시라였는가? 이상.
Didst thou say companions? I must say ye sane. Many reunions with thy companions do await thee in this journey.
지난번에도 그 음흉한 색안경을 낀 자를 마주했지 않았나?
In an expedition past the one wearing a tinted eyewear did confront thee.
아하. 제외의 기쁨은
Haha. So
그리하여
you already had a reunion to celebrate. Not sure who Don Quixote is talking about. You're right. This is a bad time. But Don Quixote is impeccable at bad timing. Yeah, just impeccable at it. Both in this story and in the original. No wonder you've been so detached with me. How
그런데 이거
traveling for you, though.
아직 한 명 더
Looks
남아있는
like there will be another you have to face. What do you mean?
수렘내의 밀고로 조직원들은 이 건물을 이미 다
I
빠져나갔다고
thought
생각했는데
everyone had made their escape thanks to Shrene's snitching.
그건 아니었나 봐.
But I suppose that wasn't the case. Someone walks in, exuding a suffocatingly thick scent of flowers. Huh. holding a bright golden branch in her hand, an object now familiar to me. Excuse me, we want that. She had a worn monochrome photograph in her hand. Just a second, I need another calf trap before reading them all. One second. Oh, there we go.
잘 나온 사진이야. 이제 세상에 단 하나밖에 남지 않았지.
Interestingly designed character there. Interesting design. You know, something striking. Oh wait, we can. Okay, wait. Is there in the logs? Yeah, we can kind of see it. The scientists so far, they have white lab coats. Lab coats. They have white lab coats, and then black suits on with green highlight. This character has the white lab coat, but then has a black hoodie on, so kind of harkens to the same style, but looks a little fallen out of favor, a little run down. It's a fine photograph. Only one of the set remains in this wallet now.
여기나 저기나 어느 하나 반갑다는 인사를 해주는 친구가 없네.
So many old friends, and not one to greet me with delight. It's you, my favorite. Ooh.
사진
Won't you give that picture back to me? It may not look like it, but it's a cherished treasure of mine.
동랑님, 함부로 다가가지 마십시오. 위험합니다.
Mr. Dungrain, you shouldn't get close to here. It's dangerous.
전원, 성급하게 나서지 마라. 황금가지가 파괴될 수도 있다.
Do not carelessly approach you. The golden bow may be destroyed.
판단에 동의한다.
I agree with it.
파우스트가 금방
Faust will come up with a way to retrieve it in no time.
자꾸 두드려
Why do we keep running into problems with the good Pammeline can't solve? This is right infuriating. Everyone yells and shouts with their own goal in mind. Regardless of the noise, the person with the golden bow steadily walks this way. However, instead of going for Dungrain,
알싸한 그리고 향긋한 그 냄새.
did you just slice Usain open?
꺼지는 듯하였지.
That piquant and fragrant smell made me feel as though the ground was sinking.
Whoa. She plunged the golden bow in her hand into Usain's chest. What does that do? Why? And Usain collapses on the ground. I saw that bit coming, I won't lie. You know, when someone has something plunged into their chest.
I didn't think you would end up choosing him before my eyes.
Usain!
이건 돌려줄게.
You can have this back.
사진 따위.
Photograph
순간을
is
박제한 것에
nothing
지나지
more
않으니.
than a taxidermied moment.
I like that description of a photograph. I like that. She's flavoring the golden bow with him, I guess, yeah. Even while drenched in blood, the golden bow still glows. Yes, I thought it would. Ah, interesting photograph. Is that done grain and desane? Is there? Oh, Dan Bake. We have a name. Oh, I don't know why we have a name. No one said that name yet. Dan. Oh, is it Dan Bake? I don't know pronunciation and some of the. Dan Bake. Is this here? Maybe. Funny thing. I doubt it. It doesn't seem related. There's no connection between this photograph and the character. But this guy reminds me of Musso. Contrasting the golden bar. Wait. The golden dazzle, rather. The faded monochrome photograph slowly falls to the floor. Though I don't actually even know if I got any of those characters right, but I wanted to take a guess. The way I do.
그때를 생각하면 나는 늘 둥실둥실
Thinking back to those days, I felt as though I had been afloat all this time then.
그래.
Yes.
마치
I was enduring life
듯한 기분으로
with a feeling of
견디고
flying
있었지.
in the sky.
그랬기에 나는
Thus,
내게
I had
내기가
been living
있었는지
without knowing for
밤풀이었던
certain
것인지조차
if I truly had
모르고 살았던
wings,
것이요.
or if I was a mere half-wit.
이상 또 잠 안 자고 연구만 한 거야?
Insane.
그러다가 객사한다고 몇 번이나 주의를 줬는데.
There's like a bit of echo and stuff to this. Insane. Did you stay up all night working on your research again? I keep telling you, skipping sleep will get you killed.
쟤는 우리랑 달라. 한번 파고들면
I guessed right.
아니고 바보고
Yes.
다 내팽개쳤던 거
Yeah,
기억나.
the name. Yeah, look at that, I guessed right. He's something else. Remember how he'd forget to eat or sleep when he got into something?
됐어, 동백. 그래서 이번 낭수료에는 어떤 걸 우리한테 보여줄 참이야?
He can't be helped, Dan Bake. So, what do you plan to show us at the Illuminators Conference?
그렇게 밤낮을 버리고
I can't help but look
기대를 안
forward
하려고 그럴 수가 없단
to
말이야.
something you've been working on tirelessly in your room.
이번에 나는 거울이라는 것을 만들어 보았어.
This time, I have made something I call the mirror.
그래서 언제나
Interesting. The only thing I can think of currently related to mirrors so far is actually the mirror dungeon. Don't know if that's at all related, but it's the only thing that currently comes to mind related, but there might be something I'm not thinking of. Thus, it has always remained unclear.
내가 그날을 후회하는지
Unsure if I regret that day or reminisce it fondly. Sane! You sane? You alright? There's also the IDs which are from a mirror roll. It's right. Isane's eyes slowly opened. Their lives are so easily lit, so easily recoverable.
그래. 이번에도 어김없이
I
시간을
see.
돌려주었구려.
You have reversed my death, as you always do. A flash of light burst out of the golden bow right as it pierced his chest, blinding everyone for a moment. And Dan Bake had disappeared in the meantime. The smiles the people in the photograph made at each other were nowhere to be seen now. And Dan Grain cast his eye into emptiness, reviewing the situation we got into.
동백은 틀림없이 저를 찌를 생각으로
I'm
기다리고 있었을
sure
거예요.
Dan Bake's plan was to stab me.
제게
Trane and Ran probably told her
수련료와
that I brought help from the outside.
그 중에 이성이
But
있다는 것은
she
몰랐습니다.
couldn't have known Isane would be one of them. I don't know. Maybe.
아, 일부러 이상 씨를 이곳에 데려온 건가요?
Yeah, and so you've brought Isane here on purpose?
제가 기습 당할 걸 알고
Are you asking if I invited him as a meat shield, knowing that I'd be ambushed?
할수 있는 건 아니라
As excellent as my ability to predict causes of events, I am no prophet.
결과적으로는 잘 됐습니다.
Either way,
목숨을
things
노리고
went in our
찌른
favor. The assault was clearly made with intent to kill.
뭐 무슨
What
우리
did
동료가
you
뇌신 칼에 찔려서
just...
죽다가
You
살아났는데 잘
can't be
됐다는 말을
serious.
하다니
A colleague of ours got stabbed to death for your boss, and you're talking like everything went well.
저희 쪽에서 신체적 손해를 배상해야 할
It's not
부분은
our
없지 않습니까?
responsibility to
혹시
compensate for any
심리적인 문제라면
injuries, is it?
청구하셔도 되겠습니다만
If this has left
그건 처리 자체가
psychological
꽤
scars, you are
까다로워서
free
충분히
to demand compensation, but please know that the procedures will be rather complex. Samjo, I'm going to stop you right there, Samjo. Samjo, the last thing you want to do is offer to compensate any of the sinners for psychological scars. That is the worst idea you could ever have. Don't do it. You'll have to fork over a lot of money.
아니 그러니까 지금 대기하는 말이
No, my problem is how you're describing this whole...
되었어.
Leave the matter there.
아픈 것은 한 움큼도 없어.
I do not feel an ounce of pain. So you have no need to pursue this matter further. When I tune the clock, every consequence is reversed. Is that true though? Technically this journey is compensation for psychological scars. The compensation is more psychological scars. Yeah! When I tune the clock, every consequence is reversed. The funny thing is, I didn't voice it out loud, but earlier in this stream I was thinking about it. And, the fact of the matter is that their physical state is reversed, but we know for a fact they don't lose any memory when it's reversed, or when the clock is tuned back, and thus they still have the memory of the pain, the death, the injury, right? And possibly even memory of the battle and stuff, and that wears on a person, right? Torn clothing, bloodied stains, even the smallest scars are undone. But that doesn't make the cause of those damages something that never happened. Which is why I have to ask. Are you sure you're okay, Isane? Yisain shut down my last attempt to inquire with a simple yes. So I couldn't try again until now. But that man named Gubo had no problem raising his weapon against Yisain while claiming to be his compatriot.
그래. 아직 궁금했겠군.
I see. You must have been rather curious. This time he didn't seem to have any intent to dodge my question.
한때 나는 구인으로
I was once
몸을
part
담았어.
of an organization named the League of Nine.
내 가슴팍을
Gubo,
찌르었던 동백.
Gangrene,
관리자,
Dunbake,
그대가 배웠던
the one
면면들을
who stabbed
기억지.
my chest. Those faces you have seen were members of it as well, manager.
그러나 어느 날
However,
분해되었고
it disbanded
흩어졌어.
and scattered one day.
각자가 갈 길로 날려
Each of us
나아갔어.
was flown away into our own path.
그저 그랬을 뿐이야.
That was all there was to it.
뭐야? 그뿐이라기엔
Ah,
너무
what?
많이 빠진 것 같은데.
Feels like your story's missing a ton of details, you know.
여차저차해서 헤어졌고
You broke up
어쩌다가
because
서로에게
things
칼을
happened
휘두르는
and
사이가
now you're
되어버렸네.
pointing knives at
이런
each
거야?
other? Like, is that it?
아니면 처음부터
Oh, maybe they were never
친구가 아니었을 수도
friends
있겠죠.
after all.
그저 순간이야.
It was no more than a moment.
뿐이라 함이 썩 들어맞어.
I believe my testimony to be apt for a time as transient as that. He started talking a lot. He hasn't turned into a chatterbox just yet, but I had the feeling he'd soon become more talkative. I was reminded of Faust mentioning once that he was never really the quiet sort. Oh, interesting. Are you really sure you're okay, Yisain?
언제나 괜찮았어.
I have always been okay. If that was his true nature, then this might not be a bad thing. Still, my feelings say that I should care for his well-being. I was going to do his... From your recent memory, have you had any particularly happy or painful moments? Or something like that?
그대
You are devoting
내게
an
관심이 많구려.
unusual degree of attention to me today.
그대가 평소와 상이하니
While
내 대답은 해주겠소.
it does not please me, I will give you the answer, since your demeanor is quite unlike the usual.
구태여 뽑아보자면
If I were to choose one,
최근에 가장
the happiest occasion in recent memory would be
했을 때
when we held an Illuminators conference.
가장
And the most
절망스러웠던
hopeless one
순간.
would be when you held an Illuminators conference.
그대를 처음 만난 그
No. Oh. What? Huh. I thought it might be pulling a flip the same thing. But no. At the forest when I first met you. What? Why?
그곳에서 끊어졌다 믿어 의심치 않았던 목숨이 재생되던 순간
Huh. The very moment my life resumed, and I was certain that it had ended there.
그리고 지금이요. 변치 않고 재생은 언제나 완벽하다는 걸 깨닫게 되는
It's because he can't die now that Dante's around. Another such moment is now. I am once again realizing that this regeneration is ever so flawless and changing. Wait a second, is the... Wait! Limbus Company, Canto, it's called the Unchanging. Name dropping the Canto right there.
어찌 대답이 되었는가?
I hope that sates your curiosity. Not really, he's saying, not really.
이제 걸음해야 하지 않겠어.
Should we not be on
갈
our
길이 멀어
way?
보이는 것 같소만.
I see a long road ahead of us. As he walked ahead, I could almost see it. Although the wound was perfectly raised, there was still a hole in his chest, wide open with no sign of mending. I'm pretty sure only him and Dan Quixote are the only one who do a name drop, which is very funny. Ooh, what's Dan Quixote's canto called? On something, right? I don't know. Or is it? I don't know. Okay, wait, so we have a couple of the honor thing, but I mean, this was the outcast, so I suppose they don't all have to be the honor something. Here's just the dream ending, which can't mean anything dramatic, surely. I mean, given what I know about Don Quixote, that sounds terrible. That doesn't sound good at all. Oh, there we go. We were a third of the way through this. Wait, what is this? Yeah, we're not finishing the Canto today, that's for sure.
이런.
Oh dear.
이 지부에
It
전파
seems a
교신 장치가
radio
있었던
communication device was installed in this branch. His phone was intensely vibrating as though the coals set it on fire.
네.
Yes,
네.
I understand.
지금 바로
I'll
돌아가겠습니다.
return right away.
연구소에 또다시 습격이
It
있었던 모양입니다.
seems the laboratory has been raided again.
아까보다 테러범들의 숫자도
There are apparently
더
more
증가한 것 같다.
terrorists this time, and a few weapons than before.
근방의 소동은 우리를 일부러
So
이곳에
the
발목 잡아두기
commotion
위한
earlier
문책이었나.
was a distraction to keep us here. I'm not remotely
이놈들의 내품만
surprised.
아니었다면 충분히 예방할 수 있었던 일이다.
This could have easily been prevented if it weren't for your collusion. Otis lashed out in frustration.
조금 낯설긴 하네요.
It does feel rather strange. I think this is the first time we're going through a lobotomy cope branch without facing a single abnormality.
그렇네요.
That's true indeed. Those we did see were resting still in their eggs.
기술 해방 뭐라는 놈들은
The founders from Tekla Liberation whatever must have got some way to put abnormalities in their eggs without lifting a hand, eh?
구체적인 건 직접 봐야 알겠지만
Though we will have to see the details with our own eyes.
사람들이라면
If they really do have the technology to revert abnormalities into their inactive
그
forms,
이상의 기술도
it's
보유하고 있을
certain
거라는
that
건
they possess the
분명합니다.
technology to achieve more.
이거 조심해야 할 것
Well, well, it sounds like you've got to look out, Dan Grainbird. Miss Faust isn't one to say ominous stuff for nothing, you know.
어떻게든 될 거예요. K사에서 제일 가는 연구원이랑 그보다
It'll work out
도시에서 제일
somehow.
가는 천재
And
둘이
our
함께
group
있어요.
is K Cope's most successful researcher, and better yet, two of the greatest geniuses in the city. I'm interested in finding out more about you saying. Give me more information, please. As soon as we got back to the lobby, we could see panic-struck employees run before John Grain and Sam Joe.
동장님, 잠깐!
Mr. John Grain, a moment, please.
다들 얼굴이 시퍼렇게 되었네.
You well-tuned pale.
잠시 실례할게요.
Pardon me for a moment. The situation looks pretty tense. It's kinda awkward to stand still like this. As I meandered in the lobby, murmuring meaningless things to myself, Don Quixote scuttled to a shelf. Oh, what a money of books are these! The pictures glitter brightly! Sounding a merry hum, she picked up a storybook. A storybook, really? I peeked at the book she opened. Ysain also turned his gaze toward the book, possibly bothered by something about it. Soon a golden haze unfolded. What?
모두가 고개를 떨군 채 땅을 바라보며 살던 시대에 하늘을 바라보며 사는 이가 있었습니다.
Once upon a time, when everyone had their heads down and eyes fixed on the ground, there was a person who looked up into the sky.
그 눈에 들어온 것은
In their eyes were
하늘을
twinkling
반짝이는
stars.
별들, 이름도 없고
Connecting the
누구도
nameless
봐주지
star
않던 별들을
no
이어가는
one else would look at.
이름을 지어주고
The person gave them names and
이야기를
made up
만들곤
stories
했습니다.
for them as they liked.
이야기라는 것은 끝이 없는
Stories are like
실타래와도 같아서
skeins of thread without an end.
의미 없음
They're
속에서
drawn and woven
의미를
together in an
엮고
effort to find
그려내는 거요.
meaning from meaninglessness.
세상에 담겨 있는 깊은
All kinds
이야기와
of stories
슬픈
in the world,
이야기들을
happy
언제나
and sad,
밤하늘에
circled in the night sky.
그러다 어느 날 그의 가족이 매우 큰 병에 걸려 죽음을 앞두게 되었습니다.
Then one day the person's family fell deeply sick, their life nearing its end.
그는 여느 날처럼
Like any other
하늘을
day,
향해
the
그
person
슬픔에
spoke
관한
into the
이야기를
sky about the
하였습니다.
grief they felt.
그러자
And then
그의 머리
a
위로
droplet of
물방울이
water
떨어졌습니다.
fell onto the person's head.
위를 올려다 보니
Looking up, the
별자리가
person found
그에게
the
말을 걸고 있는 게
constellation
아니겠어요?
talking to them.
내게 이름을
Dear
붙이고
person who
이야기를
named
만들어준
me
자야.
and gave me a
나는 너를
story.
통해
Thanks
지상에
to you,
던져지고
I was
시간에
cast onto the
떠밀려져
land and
세상을
pushed
느낄
by
수
the flow of
있었단다.
time, feeling the world in a fall.
별은 본래 소망을
Did
이뤄줄
you
수
know
있다는
that
거.
stars gonna grant
알고 있니?
wishes?
내가 내리는
The
눈물이
tears I
네
shed will
아픔을
clear
식혀내어 줄
you
거란다.
of your pain.
그리고 나서
Afterwards, a
하루
rain
반나절 동안
fell onto
비가
the world
내렸습니다.
for a day and a half.
그 비를 맞은 자들은
Everyone caught in
모두
the rain was
씻은 듯이
all
나았습니다.
healed up.
병을 앓던
The
그의
person's
가족도
ill family recovered
건강을
to health too.
되찾았답니다. 이제
Since
그와
then,
그의
the person
가족들,
and their family,
도시의
as
사람들은
well as all of the residents of the
밤마다
city,
다
have
같이
looked
하늘을
up at
보며
the sky and
행복에
talked
대한
about
이야기를
happiness every night.
계속한다.
그래서였군요. K사의 고유 문화 중 하나가 매년 특정 달의 밤에 비가 오면 사람들이
Okay.
우산 없이 밖으로 나가서 비를 맞는 거랬는데.
That explains it. I read that tonight Kay has a custom of walking outside without an umbrella to stand in the rain on the night of a certain month every year.
설마
Don't
또
tell me, am I
저만
alone
아는
in this again?
사실인가요?
Have none of you checked out
아직까지도
the
K사
pamphlet
동지와
guide to
뒷골목을
Keiko,
여행하는 자를 위한
Nast
안내서
and
책자 안 읽은
Backstreets until
거예요?
now?
아무도?
No one?
아 그거 지난번에 벌레 때려잡는 데
Oh,
써서
that
소지급
thing.
받아야 하는데.
I used mine to wax some bags, so I got to get a new one. Oh, Rad, you've got to stop hitting Gregor.
요자 씨는 지금 이 상황에서 농담이 나와요?
Does this look like the time to be joking around, Radia? Radia didn't look like she was joking at all, but Ishmael seemed unaware of it.
그런데 이 이야기 재생 앰플이랑도
By the
맥락이
way,
비슷해 보이지 않나요?
that story feels similar to what the regeneration ampule does, doesn't it? That's what I was thinking.
비를 맞으면 씻은 듯이
That
건강해진다는 게
rain that restores you to health. Yeah, so
비라도 담아서
are you trying to
만들었다는
say
거야?
it was made from rains dropped by stars?
아니 그 전에 물 같은 게 아니라
Wait, wasn't it
나노로봇이라뇨.
nanobots and not watery stuff in the first place? What do you think, Faust?
전 연구자예요.
I am a woman of
의무보다는
science.
사실에
I
입각해서
prefer
판단하는 걸
judgment based on
선호한다는 뜻이죠.
facts over metaphors.
이러한
This
소위 별구름의
so-called
관측과
analysis
해석이야말로
and interpretation of
저보다는
stars,
이상 씨가 더
clouds,
잘할지도 모르겠네요.
might be an area Yisane is more familiar with. Why is that, Faust?
그이는 같은 연구자일 테지만 저와는 또 다르니까요.
He's a researcher like me, but we're not quite the same. Yisane knows something about this story, the way he reacted to it.
어서 올라가 봐야겠어요.
We'd better
상황이
hear
많이
it.
심각한 것
The
같네요.
situation seems pretty serious.
이번엔 연구실이 아니라
I hear they
실험실까지
managed to
들이닥친
storm all the way into rooms where experiments are conducted this time.
어? 그런데 여기는 너무 평화롭지 않은가?
Does this place not seem too peaceful for such a dire predicament? I see nearly a man running away.
대피 명령은 내려진 것 같습니다. 다만
It does appear that there's been an evacuation order. However, as you
7시간
witnessed
근무 제도에
last
지장이
time,
갈 수도 있어서
this is not the first emergency that occurred this week. They might be worried that evacuating again could disrupt the 70-hour woke week policy. Working in this kind of place is not easy, huh? No. That sounds horrific.
이해가 안 되는군. 어떻게 습격할 수 있다는 거지?
I don't
누군가에게
get it.
들키지 않고
How was this
실험실로 바로
attack
진입이
possible?
가능한 구조는
It
아니라고
didn't
한다.
seem like a structure that allowed intruder to sneak into the room undetected. That seems like a good point. 70 hours seems like you might not even get to sleep. Yeah, wait. Can I just real quick? It's 10 hours a day. If you're working every day of the week, what if they're working a week and if they have 2 days off, that's possibly even worse because then that's 70 hours between 5 days, which is like 14 hours a day. No, thank you.
시간이 없으니까
We're
올라가면서
running
설명하자.
short of time, so I'll explain as we go. This is starting to feel... I don't know, Dan Green. I don't like you leaving out explanations.
이의,
Thank you, Ryoshu. Object.
우리가 같이 올라가야
Give one
하는 이유 한
reason
가지만 대봐.
we should go with you.
계약
Indeed,
조건은
the
완수.
contract has been fulfilled.
맞아요. 그런데
That's
황금가지를
true.
들고 싶어도
But as
눈앞에서
much as
끊겨버렸잖아.
I want to give the bow to you, it's been taken before our eyes.
모분 말토.
Trashes. I don't know. Trashes. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is T maybe being a traitor, and then I can think of more.
이거 맞는 거야? 저기 계약서엔 뭐라고 적혀 있어?
Assuming you worked every day, you'd have 14 hours of non-work time a day and 70-hour work week. Unless I miscalculated. So, the thing I'm thinking, if they're working 70 hours at this lab, they probably have a lunch break that is not included in that, or well, it depends on the structure. It could be, and they might be spending an extra, let's say, hour at the work site. So it's like, okay, let's say, okay, 10 hours a day plus an extra hour at the work site for possibly if they can take breaks and lunches. So they're at the work site 11 hours, and then then they also have their commute, however long it takes, which is then it's like, it's getting, it sounds horrible to me. The wiki offers to write against scheming hags and tales of scragging. There you go.
글쎄요. 제가 법조계 쪽으로는 약해서.
I'm not sure I believe you, Samjo. I couldn't say I'm not all too knowledgeable when it comes to legal matters. It means you'd have 6 hours of free time if you want, and 8 hours sleep, I think. Yeah. Instead of arguing back as usual, Samjo suddenly got busy wiping his glasses.
삼퇴.
S.A. Oh, what would S.A. be here? Well,
삼조 씨, 대답하시래요.
I couldn't do that. I work 16 hours a week, which is nothing at all, and I still feel like it feels like too much. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 70 hours seems insane. They're out. I'm saying this like it's fantasy or something. There are actual people who work 70-hour work week. I hate the idea of doing that myself. Samjo answers. Okay, I see. That not feels like not a complete sentence there, but it actually is. It feels like you should have more words and that, but also. Oh yeah, I should take a drink. Thank you, Shadow.
삼퇴.
Samjo answers.
삼조 씨, 이번에
Samjo.
대가리를 깨버린다고.
He says she'll assail you this time.
틀렸어. 지금 대가리를 깬다고.
Down. I said I'll assail him right now.
긴급 상황입니다. 긴급. 어서 올라가시죠.
This is an emergency. An emergency. You should go upstairs quickly. I'm starting to trust Samjo and Dan Green less and less as the scene progresses. Let's hear Yelana for now, Ryoshu. There's something not right about them this scene.
기어코 만단지에.
I'll show sangria. I swear it. Sangria. Samjo and no, I'm not sure. Samjo urgently sent us upstairs. Whoa. The hallway that was clean and calm hours ago has now turned into complete mayhem, filled with screams and fleeing people. a researcher was crying and clinging to someone who appeared to be a Liberation Alliance member. Why are they clinging to
도와주세요. 동랑님 살려주세요.
Sangria is what her abbreviations are. Succinct abbreviation naturally germinates rather immaculate out. Okay. Okay. Help me, Mr. Dan Crane. Please save me.
제 직원이 살려달라고 하는데
My
놓아드릴
staff
생각은
member is begging for help. Wouldn't you consider letting them go?
원하는 게 정보라면 내어 드릴게요.
If it's intelligence you want,
맛있는
I'll give it to you. We were planning to go out for a staff dinner tomorrow, and the restaurant we booked serves such delicious meat.
고기 대신
It'd be rather unfortunate if the smell awaiting us tomorrow came from incense stick at a funeral instead of meat on a grill. Wouldn't you agree?
정보 필요 없습니다.
Intelligence? We have no need for it. You're walking in unarmed now. What happened to your robots that did the fighting for you, wimps?
우리 쪽 로봇도 이제 필요 없어.
We have no need to bring our robots either.
여기 좋은 게 많아
I
보이는데요.
see plenty of useful looking ones here.
설마
Are you trying to?
테러 단체의 적출을 명받았다. 목표는
We
전부의
were
적출.
ordered to excise terrorists, target all ports.
저희 쪽 숫자가 훨씬 많아요.
We outnumber them by a wide margin. It might be a little unfair, but it seems like we won't have any trouble beating them.
라님의 주요 분야는 기계
Ms.
강탈이었습니다.
Ron's expertise was hijacking machines.
전투보단
She was more
특히
experienced in hacking than fighting.
환영합니다. 언제나 당신의 안전을 위하는 K사입니다.
Welcome here at Keiko. We value your safety above all else.
이거
Oh, the ampule things are going to fire on the staff members, the bad ampule. Ah. Wait, what's...
안전을 위하여 전투 중 무단 이탈자 발생 시 조항에 따라 붕괴 불을 주입합니다.
For everyone's safety, deserters attempting to flee from battle will be injected with a decay ampule according to regulatory rules. The ampule will be launched if you leave the 120-meter radius of the combat area. You are 49 meters away from the perimeter.
Shoot.
앞으로 5천회로 적군에게 아무런 공격을
If you do not attack the enemy within the next 5 seconds, the decay ampule will be administered according to regulatory rules. You have 4 seconds remaining.
Well, the deserters do worse for morale than that. They sound as much. Yeah, everyone's a deserter now, according to the robots, I believe. I believe that's how they were hacked, I'm assuming. Wait, are we the enemy now?
젠장, 어쩔 수 없어.
Oh! Back to my Watu battle over, whoops. Damn it, I've got no choice.
어째서?
What? Why?
당연히 붕괴에
I
물맞고 싶지
don't wanna
않으니까.
get hit by the decay ampule. I want to live. Oh, he's beating up the sinners. Because if he Does the robot won't decay ampule him? Honestly, that's fair. The decay ampules are a horrific fate, aren't they?
현재 상태. 전선 이탈자 없는 쾌적한 상태.
Okay, so the ampule helper does only care about the K-Cope guys, though, right?
Current status. No deserters detected. All status green. Please stand in line for regeneration ampules.
그렇군.
I see.
저치 또한 자신과 우리의 목숨을 저울에 올려두고 있는 자입니다. 전투를 허가해 주십시오.
Delaying our life. Delaying their lives, not unlike what we do. Please permit us to engage. Got it. I feel like we should engage with fighting the robot. Ah, yes, there we go.
이대로 가보자고.
Okay.
단번에 끝낸다.
Let's do that. Oh, I should check how many waves this is. It's one wave. Okay. Then let's use this now.
제 불을 따라오십시오.
똑바로 서라. 나무 인형만도 못한 것.
And brilliant glory. Punch that robot. Stagger it, yeah. I feel like we should be able to stop fighting once the robot's dead. We need one more yellow.
단번에 끝낸다.
Breaking the robots would be a really fun winner condition, actually. Yeah, also it would make sense. Right? Yeah. Just have to break the robots, then these, like, soldiers can stop fighting. Like, it doesn't feel like we really should have to fight there.
부드럽게.
This is probably overkill here. There we go.
이 검은
빛바래지 않을 테니.
Overkill.
아, 너무 열심히 했어. 이걸로 일주일은 울고 먹을 수 있겠군.
Onwards.
움직이는 먹인자. 재밌겠군.
Oh, another fight. Let's go. There.
조식 1번.
Cooliga. Yeah, thank you. I like it a lot. It's probably the one I use the most currently with this team. In a loud pout, because it's one of the ones out of the ones I have that most match the colors my team generates. And I mean, I don't have that many egos, but yeah.
조식 1번.
눈부시지 않다고 두려워하지 마라.
How to one up on a brilliant glowy?
균형이 무너졌군요.
I think that's actually something I want, is to get some more egos for my team. Okay, now we're lacking my gas. Two red and a yellow. We can take care of that.
제 불을 따라오십시오. 생각보다 잘 타는 걸.
갓.
괜찮아. 되잖아.
And then if they're still alive for here, which I'm not sure they will be, we can on brilliant glowy. Oh, they out. This is total overkill.
한 번에 끝낸다.
Yeah, they are hard to
되잖아.
get.
아플 거야.
I didn't even get to see on brilliant glowy there. I was thinking of doing
두드려 패고
polish for the
꿰뚫는다.
Faust egos
이게 우리
currently,
사업까지.
but I also don't
아, 덥다. 뭐
really
시원한 거 먹으러 가는 거 어때?
use
빙수 같은
Faust
거.
a ton. I don't have any Fausts that none of my Fausts I terribly like. No, nope, back, yeah. Despite the fact that I do really like Faust as a character. Doing a mirror dungeon right now, trying to max out the battle pass. Nice. Nice. Bright Villains. Ooh, interesting name of a part.
몸이 따라줄지 모르겠지만 가라면 가야지.
깡도 없다는 말은 취소해주지.
If you roll on the Faust banner, you're likely to get a Faust to use as well. Egos. Maybe we might do a few rolls on it. Maybe. I'd really like a beer on a Faust. I take back what I said about you being spineless wimps. I'm surprised you didn't run away while we were scrapping.
너넨 이제 죽었어.
You're so dead now. Bunch of book-smart sods who think using things others made is a talent.
맞는 말이네요.
Fair point.
그래서 이번에는 로보톰이 지구 안에서 조금 색다른 걸 가져왔습니다.
Oh, look at that. Which is why we brought something new from the lobotomy branch. That's bad. I got the multi-crack office wrap housed from that banner. Are there any bonus hosts I can get from that banner? Wait. Limbus Company. Well, 1 second, I'm pulling up a list of used Fausts. Eco equipment from one of my favorite abnormalities. LCE ego out. Yeah, that's. I really want LCE ego outer blossom stealth housed. Like one of the two most characters I most want in the game. I do not really have a good memory. No, I do not. That's the wrong way to word it. I don't have a good knowledge of how the menus in this game work on like the technical level. Is there any remote chance I get LC Ego outer blossom of Star Faust from that Faust banner? Is it possible for me to get from it? Because my assumption was no, it's not. Oh, look at these. Is this okay? It is. It's not the other type of combat. You can get any IDs from the banner except for Walpurgisnacht ID. Oh. Okay, is there a list of which ones are Walpurgisnacht IDs? Limbus Company Walpurgisnacht IDs. Okay, I have a list. There are some cool Walpurgisnacht ideas. There are some really cool ones. Okay, maybe we do some pulls on that Faust banner. Maybe after this combat we'll do some.
초식 1번.
Oh, is that what it is? It's a Lobotomy Copo Library of Runa. Oh, related. I really like Dan Office Fixer Sinclair and Magic Bullet Otis of the Walpurgisnacht stuff.
제 불을 따라오십시오.
Dana Sinclair is based on one of my favorite Runa characters. Ooh. Let's do this. Boom. And Brilliant Glory, stage 1. And Brilliant Glory is kind of cool. I like the way it actually has to be planned out in some ways more.
눈부시지 않다고 두려워하지 마라.
We played a bit with
저항하지 말고 받아들여. 그게 덜
with Dana Sinclair, I think in Canto 3, and I really enjoyed that a lot. Which actually we might want to find like a Ysaina to use as a support at some point for some of this chapter. So we're actually using Ysain in his chapter. You know, might want to do that. Let's make it a drink. Hey, isn't something off about this? Was ego something you could keep on all of the time and use whenever like that? 'Cause I didn't know you could do that. We all know ego isn't some kind of magic tool. It's a lot of work. Just keeping my sanity from tumbling over.
그리고 누가 그러지 않았어?
Besides, didn't someone say that those people are used to be lab workers? How is it possible for them to use ego better than we do?
이건 전투가 능숙하냐 마냐와는 다른 차원의
This
문제다.
is not a matter of proficiency in a battle. They must have employed some other trick.
한 가지 짐작 가는 가능성은 있어요.
There is one possibility in mind. My current idea is might relate to mirror worlds, because the reason being we need to this chapter is related to Ysain, and he had an idea to do with his project to do with mirrors. Oh, a mirror or something, but it's just an idea.
상체를 발의 형태로 수복시킨 후 로보토미 코퍼레이션과 같이 에고를 발현하는 방법을 알아내서
If they reduced abnormality to an ovate form and figured out a way to materialize their ego the way lobotomy corporation did.
다시 말해
In other words, repeatedly researched the condition of corrosion and trained themselves to repress it, utilizing the clipath deterrence emitted by the golden bow.
단기간에라도 침식의 영향을 받지
It could be possible to use ego well without being affected by corrosion, even after a short period.
저들이 사용하는 것은 에고이면서도 압축되고 억눌러
What they're using our tool is compressed and repressed into general utility. Does that mean Lobotomy Corporation did the same? Yes. Rather than fixers, regular employees were given the ego to work with. Of course, what we have right now isn't as refined as what the Ween used to have.
잠깐만요. 황금 가지의 클리포트 억지력을
Limbus
사용하고 있다는
Company's
얘기는
research department is working on that right now, but the seniors don't get to use it yet. have you done your weeklies? I haven't done. I have done some farming for experience things to level up my characters the past few days, which I meant to do more of recently, but I'll admit I didn't really do many dailies in games while I was sick. I was just busy being sick. Wait, hold it on. If you're saying that they can do that with the help of the golden bow's deterrence power, that means it's nearby.
있다는 얘기겠군. 황금 가지를 쥐고 있는 동백이라는.
Must be along with Danbake, who has it in her hands.
이쯤 되니.
I cannot help but question the security of this facility. The leader of the terrorists is freely roaming in your building, and not once has your presence been reported.
반박하겠습니다. 라고 하고 싶으나 할 말이 마땅치 않군요.
As much as I'd like to object, I don't have much I can say. I didn't expect them to break in so easily.
기술 해방 연합은 나름 이름 있는 회사를 퇴사한 연구원들로
The
구성된 단체니까.
Technology Liberation Alliance is formed by researchers of renowned firms, after all.
그런가? 똑똑한 악인들이었군. 아니, 똑똑한데
I
악인이 가능한
see.
것인가?
So, they were villains of bright minds. But I must wonder, can individuals of bright minds turn to villainy? What a bewildering conundrum. Winner rating of harder encounters and actually locking in on bosses and abnormality encounters is the way. I can see that.
너무 감탄하지 마십시오.
I can get
멀쩡히
behind
다니던
that
대기업을
logic, I
관두고
think.
이런 테러 단체에 가입할 리가 없지 않습니까?
원했던 삶과
I completely skipped that line. Why did I do that? Don't let them fascinate you. If they were so wise, they wouldn't have quit the enviable jobs at large firm for a terrorist organization in the first place. Maybe it wasn't the life they wanted.
두드려 패고 꿰뚫는다. 이게 우리 사과지. 아, 덥다.
Let's... I actually think it would be cool to get this. Okay, I don't do trauma really. It's like what I don't really have a trauma setup, but I remember seeing this, and it looked really cool, and that matters, right? Right? Maybe we do 10. We'll do the whole thing.
워프 열차라는 거 생각보다 좁던데.
Honolulu cleanup agent. Yeah, that's not Power Star. Yeah. And oh. sad face. Let's go again. Why not?
날씨 좋다. 자, 그래서 누굴 보호해야 한다고 했지?
I mean, I have multiple pretty nice radios. I mean, Let's take a quick look. Nope. Round button. No, not switching. Poise stuff. Poise, okay. Not deeply unlucky, but also very much not what you wanted. At least having a lot of Faust shouts means you can buy LC Faust soon, yeah. And wait, I got a Faust and... Wait, it was a cleanup agent who? There, yeah. And that is charge counter stuff. Okay. How was it that you get those characters? It's dispense, right? And like I would go. Wait. Keep forgetting how some of this stuff about this stuff works because I don't use it a lot. Well, Pegasus is down here, but I can't do anything with that. Oblivion event tab. Okay. 59 out of 400. Someday. Bright Villains 2.
몸이 따라줄지 모르겠지만 가라면 가야지.
Oh yeah. Actually, can I just let me real quick do it this way. One moment.
차나 마시러 가자고요.
Oh no, I was
이럴 때도 있는
defeated.
거잖아요.
Let's go from let's just pin this actually. If anyone wants to send me, then I will definitely accept any requests. Actually, if you want to send me that, I need to fill my water. If I'm going to keep speaking, I need more water. So we're going to take a quick break and I'll accept the friend requests when I get back. Oh, also, I'm trying to remember to say this before I go on breaks. If you're enjoying, leave a like on the stream, it helps. Alright, we're back. Fronts and inbacks. Confirm. Nope. I always do that. I need to click accept. Accept. I think I've confirmed. I'm confirming that as a friend, not confirm as leave the stupid dialogue back. Let's do this. Let's dive back in. At some point, not now, but at some point, we may take a look at doing some Yisane in our party here, because it's fitting for the chapter.
벌써 화끈하네.
A little sad I didn't really get anything for my team from those polls. I mean, it's how it goes in gacha.
초식 1번. 똑바로 서라. 벌써 부서졌나? 쓸모가 없군.
Okay. Yes, there we go. Let's do it. And brilliant glory. Yeah, we're doing that as well. Here we go.
단번에 끝낸다.
무불아위.
Look at those burn stacks. Yeah.
잘 풀린 것 같습니다. 눈부시지 않다고 두려워하지 마라.
괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야. 두드려 패고 꿰뚫는다. 이게 우리 사과지.
Level up.
덥다. 뭐 시원한 거 먹으러 가는 거 어때? 빙수 같은 거.
Urgent call.
이 불꽃이 필요하시다면
곤란하네요. 다른 곳은 상관없지만 그곳이 공격당한다면
This is traveling. I don't mind other locations, but if that place were to be attacked, it'll cause a major setback.
알폰소 이사님의
Mr. Dungreen, you have an urgent call from Director Alfonso.
아, 혼나겠다.
Oh
3조씩은
boy,
대신 받아주면 안
she's
될까?
about to give me a talking to. Can't you take the call for me, Samjo?
이미 그러고 있었습니다만
I already have
이제
been,
인내심이
but your
경과를 달하셨어요.
patience is nearing its limit.
아, 안 되겠네. 잠시 치료 좀
Oh
할게요.
well, I'm not getting away from this. Pardon me for a second. Who is this? While Dungreen was away, we spotted an employee who hadn't evacuated across the hallway, nervously wandering.
잘 보십시오, 관리자님. 위기
Watch
상황에
closely,
저렇게
Executive
기웃거리면서
Manager.
돌아다니는
If you
졸개가
see a
보인다면
lackey snooping around like that in the middle of danger,
높은 확률로
it most
유용한 정보를
likely
제공한
means you
인물이라는
found
것입니다.
someone with
써먹는 것이
useful
현명하죠.
information. It would be wise to make good use of them.
이봐, 우린 소란을
Hey,
해결하려고 온 외부
we're
협력업체
agents
직원.
from a subcontracting firm, here to deal with this commotion. What's going on?
그게 슈레네 팀장님이 아까부터 안
I've
보여요.
been looking for
빨리
Miss
대피하라고
Shrine,
말씀드려야
Shrine, but I can't find her anywhere. I need to tell her to evacuate.
컴퓨터도 켜지고
She's left her computer.
어디 가신 거지?
Where could she be? Oh, whoa, what? Why did this close? There we go. Where could she be, I wonder?
사실 슈렌느 씨는
Actually, she...
그래, 우리가 찾아보지.
All
넌
right,
마저 대피해라.
we'll find her. You evacuate first.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
자, 슈렌느라는 테러범의 끈앞풀은 제거됐지만
Now,
내부 분위기는
while the
어수선하고
terrorist's
컴퓨터는
informant has
켜져 있다.
been removed, the staff is still in a muddle until computer is left on. Wonder, could this be relevant in some way?
심지어 전력을 소모하지
We're in a complete tactical advantage. It didn't even cost us any strength. I don't know. You don't want to leap to conclusions, or to say you might be leaping to conclusions. Probably thanks to the pride in this achievement. What? Otis? Prideful? Otis sounded much more excited than usual, but no one else seemed to care.
슈렌느라는 분의 컴퓨터.
The computer Shrana used.
보고
Its
싶다라는
password was
선배라고
Miss
했었죠.
Miss Uran, right? We were told she was in close relations with Ran, exchanging lots of messages. If we're lucky, we might find a pending email or some other clue on her computer. It should hopefully give us some insight into the Technology Liberation Alliance too.
말귀를 잘 알아듣는군요. 의외로. 아니, 역시 저의 관리자님이십니다.
You're quick to understand. That was unexpected. I mean, very much expected of my executive manager. Otis? You're doing that again.
문제는 어떻게 슬쩍 갔다 오냐인데 우리 중에 제일
All right,
받고
good.
태어나게 할 사람이
The
어디
problem is
있을까?
how we're gonna sneak into the office. Who on our team is gonna walk in there bold-faced and get it done without rousing suspicion? If I had to choose a sinner who can keep a still face and avoid suspicion, ooh, who can I think of? Maybe Mirso. Well, avoiding a suspicion, actually. Maybe... No, not Hanlu. Maybe Radia. No, still pay. Maybe Sane. Maybe Faust.
소인에게 맡겨만 준다면 이번에는 기필코.
No. Give this humble knight one more chance, and I shall succeed. No. Don Quixote. Yo, amazing. Don Quixote, you're wonderful. This is not the job for you, though. This is so far from the job for you. Mirso, think you can handle it?
지시만 있다면.
As long as you command. Yeah, I'm counting on you. Yeah, this works. radio will blow the cafe the moment she enters. Yeah.
제 불을 따라오십시오.
한 번에 끝낸다.
Here we go.
괜히
균형이
저항하지
무너졌군요.
말고 받아들여. 그게 덜 아플걸?
Do I have? I do. Let's do the first phase. Have and brilliant glory. I won't have enough yellow.
눈부시지 않다고 두려워하지 마라.
괜히 저항하지 말고 받아들여. 그게 덜 아플걸?
I am missing one yellow. Does this? Let's do that.
조심.
There we go.
무불아위.
Oh, there's a Leo association. Insane. I need to see if anyone has a Leo association insane I can borrow. As a support, as a whatever.
균형이 무너졌군요.
The first phase of this one only uses 10 sanity, and Brilliant Glowy's first stage refunds the sanity. The second stage does. Wait, I don't think the second stage does. Wait. I mean, I can't read it when it's scrolling that fast. I mean, I could even actually use this again, and it's just... But I don't need to, we're not even getting anywhere.
이 검은
빛바래지 않을 테니.
There we go. I want to check.
두드려
No.
패고 꿰뚫는다.
Yeah, look how
이게
cool
우리
that eagle.
사과지. 뭐 시원한 거 먹으러 가는 거 어때? 빙수 같은 거.
Can I see? Support. No Liu association. There is a Liu association. Ooh. Okay, wait, which character do I remove from? I think I remove you for you. There we go.
몸이 따라줄지 모르겠지만 가라면 가야지. 복귀했습니다.
I'm excited to try this. I've returned. There was one message in the Shrene's mailbox that was deemed worth reading. The environment did not permit me to print it out, so I memorized the mail's content. I hope you're doing well, Miss Ran. Open parentheses, star tier 2, swan dash, carrot, closed parentheses. You can skip those parts. Understood. I will then dispense with punctuation marks that do not appear important. This is exactly what I'd expect from you, so.
말한 게 정말인지 알아보려고 했는데.
I've been trying to figure out it. Wait, should I?
접근이 어렵네요.
This is Shrane's voice then. I've been trying to figure out if what you said was really true, but that Saki was making it out.
저도 나름 팀장으로
I've been promoted to team manager too, but I wasn't let in just because I didn't win the silly bastard award. Oh hey, look, we got a picture. Oh, yeah. I'm leaning up to my monitor to look at the things on here computer. I think those parts are vital to the email. Please don't skip them. And he's now recruited collaborators from the outside, probably to help with whatever he's plotting.
신생 회사에서 온다던데 어떤 인간들인지 확인은 안 됐어요. 개처럼 재수 없고 오만한
I heard they're from a newly found company, and I haven't checked what kind of people they are yet. I bet they're all haughty and arrogant, just like their client. They're all much more diverse than you're thinking right now. Some of them are haughty and arrogant, some less so.
그래도 계획은 작전대로 진행할 거예요.
Still, the plan will proceed as intended.
그래서 우리는
Will succeed and return to a glorious past.
사실 제게 있어서 가장 빛났던 과거는
To tell you the truth, my most dazzling memory was when I first met you after joining the company.
우리의 목표는
But our goal is more ambitious than that.
그러니까
So let's promise to meet again there.
어떤 기술도 존재하지 않았던
In a past where no technologies existed, allowing everything that existed to shine brighter.
거기선 날개가 잘리지 않는
There,
닭들이
chickens will freely fly over the meadows, the weans uncut. Weans.
팔이 잘리는 사람이 생기면 모두가 위로해주고
When a person loses their arm, we'll comfort them
팔이 없어도
and learn how to live together even if an arm is missing.
풍족한 음식과 문명
We may not be able to enjoy sumptuous feasts or conveniences of modern civilization, and we won't have nearly as many resources at our disposal.
아무것도 없는
In that
그곳에서는
vastness,
온종일
we'll be
걸을 수
free
있을
to walk
거예요.
all day.
작전에는
Oh, I'm
해결사들을
planning to
데려갈
bring
생각이에요.
fixers from the
제
outside
후임들은
for the plan.
앰플에
My
지나치게 익숙해져
juniors
있거든요.
have gotten too used to the ampules. Oh, I see. She brought the fixers because the soldiers are much too used to using the ampules, and these ones would have killed them. Oh, maimed them almost.
비약적인 발전을 거두는 것에 누군가의 아픔과 고통이 깔려 있을 수밖에
If
없구나.
rapid development can only be achieved by means that cause pain and suffering to people,
저는 그
then
모든
I'm
풍요로움을
oh, weird, fading back to him. I can't fade between the voices. Then I'm willing to give up all of the prosperity it brings.
잘 지내세요.
That's all I have to say for now. Yours in haste.
별별.
Stout, out.
그것까지는 됐다니까.
You don't have to read all of that.
모종의 수혈.
There's a possibility that it may have been a sequence of cipher, so I deemed it reasonable to read it out and let the manager determine its significance rather than mull over whether I should dispense with it and discount the possibility that it may be necessary information. Honestly, yeah, that's what I expect from you, Mirso. Good work.
아이러니하네요.
How ironic.
그나마 다행이랄까요.
I guess it's fortunate for here that she didn't get to see Liberation Alliance members murdering researchers without mercy.
죽는 순간까지 믿었겠지. 자신이 하고 있는 일을
She probably believed she was working for a noble cause to end violence until the end of her life.
그래도 역시
But I agree. It was probably
나았을 수도 있겠네.
best for you that she died holding on to that belief. Well, I mean, yeah. Well. No, let me
잔불에 주의하시오.
see your skills. Oh wow, heal 15 SP for one other ally with the least SP. If this attack killed the target, or if the target had 10 plus boon, heal one more ally. Oh, I'm liking the look of him. I mean, of course, I'm liking the look of him. He sets things on fire.
한 번에 끝낸다.
I have very much demonstrated that means I like the look of a character.
갓. 차.
Should we get more sanity? He's only at 0, but it heals. I want to be at least 5 before, because it doesn't. Yeah.
이대로 가보자고.
끝내.
Ooh, nice fiery slashes there.
생각보다 잘 타는 걸.
Now I can unbrilliant flowy, sure. Unless I'm going to want to try some of these. I would need green and red for too much flame. For fallibility, I just need a bunch more dark blue. Hey, actually, let's work on that. We're not going with brilliant glowing. There's some dark blue. Here's some green.
화격검.
Ooh. Well, let's see this. Yeah, I've never seen this before, I don't think. I'm fairly sure I have borrowed these thing before, but I can't remember having seen these before. But maybe I have seen one of those before. There's a chance.
화격검.
Okay, wait, you guys better not die before I see this ego.
태우고 싶은 것을
Burn what I wish to burn. Ooh. Okay. Neat. Not super. And not super drawn out or anything, but cool. Cool. I suppose it did kind of get him a bit low on sanity, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Hopefully. I mean, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He won't murder us all. Might as well. Oh no, can I just... Sadness undid everything.
이대로 가보자고.
괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야.
눈부시지 않다고 두려워하지 마라. 다음.
Wait, I remember you can't use your friend's units inside the Canto? What? Wait, I've been using friend's units all the time. I've been using friend's units in Cantos all the time.
이게 우리 사과지. 아, 덥다. 뭐 시원한 거 먹으러 가는 거 어때? 빙수 같은 거.
Yeah. Even in the dungeons of the Cantos. Okay, I think we're just doing a little more before we wrap the stream up. Because my throat still not up to what I'd like it to be with the sore throat and done. Wait, support. Liu.
불꽃을 벼리겠소.
I did my best to ignore the fierce glare at my clock from below. Whoa. Ooh. I noticed a group of staff walking this way carrying an imposing aura, unlike any other K-Corp employee we've met.
K사에서 온 직원인가 보군.
You must be K-Corp staff. Hey, I saw some researchers that haven't evacuated over there. Excision staff. They ignored our or Grago's roads, and proceeded upstairs.
저들의 목적은 구출이 아니에요. 침입자의
They aren't here to rescue anyone. Their role is eliminating intruders and keeping classified technologies secure. Dan Grain interjected like he's always been here. I suppose he's got down with the call.
구조는 1등급들의 몫이잖아요.
Rescuing is left to Class 1 staff.
1등급이면 해결사와 같이
Is Class 1 at the highest level an employee can reach?
고결한
Precisely, like Grade 1 is for fixers. Verily, 'tis no wonder that they are the noblest. I'm guessing that might not be the case.
예? 둥지에서는 1등급이 제일 낮고 숫자가 높을수록
Sorry?
우수합니다만.
In this nest, Class 1 is the lowest, and higher numbers indicate better ranks. Wait, what?
그렇다 해도
Even still, none can be too lowly to save lives. So how can the roles be divided?
숫자는 돈처럼 많은 게
Bigger
기분이
is
좋잖아요.
better for numbers and riches alike. Isn't that right? The conversation dragged on for a
걱정할
bit,
거 없어요.
but there's nothing to worry about. I've acquired the permission.
뭐? 승인? 무슨
What? Permission for what?
원래는 이런저런 서류 작성도 해야 하는 것 같은데
Normally it
위기
seems to
상황이니까
require a bunch of paperwork as well. But since we're in an emergency, let's skip the procedures that we can. Should be fine, right, Samjo?
뭐 사흘하고 반나절 정도 야근하면서 보고서를 제출하면 어떻게든 될 것 같군요.
How null about to me cope update? Yeah! Not really. It does look peak. It does. It's a fantastic lobotomy cope update. Really opens things up to other branches of the cope we've visited. Yeah. Well, I believe it could be managed with 3 days and a half of working on the report overtime.
그리고 엄밀히
And
말하자면
strictly
저분들을 보고도
speaking,
안
the
하고 연구실로
problem
데려온 것부터가
already
문제였습니다.
began when you brought them to the lab without any report.
아니 그러니까 무슨
Just
승인인데?
tell us what the permission is about first.
아무래도 동백이
It
그곳으로
would
향한 것
seem
같아서
that Dan Bake has had it that way.
감상실
The screening room.
그곳은 정말
The
정말
security procedures for
절차가
entering that place can be extremely convoluted.
감상실?
Screening room? The name doesn't give a very clear idea of what it's about.
보안이 까다로울 이유도 모르겠고요.
Wonder why the security is so tight about it.
연구실의 제일 꼭대기에 있어요.
It's at the very top of the building.
원래 접근하기
There are
까다롭게
two
해놓으면
ways to make
둘 중
something
하나잖아요.
inaccessible.
지하에 감춰놓던가
Put it underground
제일 꼭대기에
or
올려두던가.
at the highest point. I feel like there are more ways than that, but those are two of the ways to make something inaccessible. There we go.
보자고. 나보다 잘 타는 걸?
Ah, this is a cool saying. I like Leo sausage. Wait, can we? We need a bunch of dark blue to see this. We can't see this. We don't have. Anyway, well, actually, I think he can make it. You can make the purple, I think. But I think with I don't think we have any light blue on the team, so we can see this if we do a bunch of dark blue. We might try, but the enemies might die before we can make that much.
제 불을 따라오십시오.
I mean, I could just defend, but in some ways that's kind of boring. Oh, only one dark blue.
조식 1번.
Okay. It needs 3 more dark blue. I don't think it's going to happen. Going to try. Have we seen him use this before? Oh, I'm not sure. It's pretty cool.
괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야.
생각보다 잘 타는 걸?
자연스러운 것입니다.
Oh wait, oh maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll get to the 6 dark blue. Maybe.
조식 1번.
If I do get there, I might have everyone defend while we see the eagle. Okay, this is the last dark blue we need.
조식
Okay.
1번.
If we get to the end of this round and have enough to use the ego, we'll have everyone defend and see this ego. But that might not happen, yeah.
두드려 패고 꿰뚫는다. 이게 우리 사과지. 아, 덥다. 뭐 시원한 거 먹으러 가는 거 어때? 빙수 같은 거.
I do think this might be a good point to wrap the stream up. Normally I'd go for another half an hour to maybe an hour, but my throat from being sick is still a bit on the sore side. Wow, this is... Yeah, my throat is still on the sore side from being sick, so I think we wrap it up in here just a bit early, not that early though. Oh, thank you for subscribing. You might be cooked on 448 Loki. I'm going to try to do the one second. Do some more like excavation and stuff between this stream and the next stream. I meant to do even more between the last stream and this stream, but with being sick, I was not feeling up to it. I wasn't feeling up to doing dailies in games. What is the low of Limbus? Big city, scary stuff. Yeah, that's me summarizing the low and four words. As much as I love this Canto, there's way too many fights that just have no relevance. I think I get at what you mean there, yeah. Just get above 30 leveled sinews since she has a mechanic that no. I do have the Liu Association sinews that I've been using are above level 30. The ones here that are below level 30 I haven't been using. I'm mainly using these Liu Association ones here. What day of the week is this? It's Saturday. Yeah, we don't have another stream scheduled for this week. This was the last stream of the week. I will try and get a stream schedule up, honestly, as soon as I can on Monday. I kind of have a somewhat of an idea of a stream schedule for next week currently in mind, but I need to hammer out the details. I will get it posted. We'll probably be doing more Limbus Company. I will say one of our 3 streamers will be earlier in the day than we typically do things. We typically do most of our streams at this time. One of them will need to be earlier because I can't do all 3 streams next week at this time. I'm not sure what will be streaming at our earlier time next week, but I'll get the schedule out on Monday, hopefully. I might also put out a short that's a highlight from a previous stream soon. And yeah, I hope everyone has enjoyed today. And until next time, please do try and have a blast, homie. Bye.